Okay, great. We are live and let's share my screen and now start. So is my screen visible and am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So friends, welcome to the final session of Financial Investment Journey, part number 4. So we have been through this journey discussing various aspects, nothing special but the routine things, but then those routine things are the ones which are usually the most missed ones. So as usual, all my presentations will begin with thanking the Lord Almighty has given me much more than what I deserved. And when it comes to finance, thank my dad as well, whose uh, blessings have always been on me and I feel will be there with me till I'm in this world. So this is my brief CV. You all are aware of it by now. So today is the financial investment journey last part, the finale. And I can vouch for it that you will all love today's climax if if you stay till the end, till the carry home gyan and the moral of the story. You are gonna love it. If the previous session was an eye opener for you, where I segregated the various things age wise, you're gonna look at it in a different way tonight. I'm going to give you a few numbers. I'm going to throw a few numbers at you which will surprise you. So we have discussed in part 1 financial fitness, saving, investing, invest inertia, your behavioral bias, the few thumb rules, and a few things to know before you invest. In part 2, we started the portfolio construction, and with the popular 7 investment options in India, why should you choose, which should you choose, and emergency funds and a few investments whose returns does not matter, a decline in rupee affecting your investments, and gold in your portfolio. So in the part 3, we discussed things to achieve before turning 30, how to start, then investing age wise in 20s, mistakes to avoid in 20s, 30 plus buying a home, 40s, 50s, then wealth construction in 4 steps, and finally the 15 rules of financial freedom. So these were the things that we discussed in part 3. So let's begin part 4, and it is the final part. What I'll be doing is the commonest little FAQs I'll be dealing with, since those things which are actually that arise. So you told how to arrive, how to invest in 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. What about the other side of the story, which is usually the question, agar ye nahi hua to, agar wo nahi hua to. So all those things I'll try to cover up, hopefully, in today's session. So, and we plan to hit the bullseye by the end of the session. So what I'm going to do is I'm dishing out before you. In today's part, we'll be discussing 5 things to do with your salary or income, how to plan your finances when you have an irregular income, and 4 scenarios that will call for a revision in your financial plan that can happen with anyone. And then, which I discussed last time, few things that you should learn from your parents and few things which you should not learn from your parents in today's times. Children, financial future security, a few rules for that. When should you start your child's education planning? Your basic step to reduce the debt burden, tips and tricks to save money, steps to financial freedom, making a budget in 5 easy steps, and the youngsters, how to kickstart your financial journey. So these are a few topics which I'll be discussing in brief. Obviously, the topic on the surface might look like that they are almost the same to already discussed, but there will be a lot more things which will be different in today's presentation for all of you. So let's begin. And let me first tell you the first 5 things which you should do with your salary or income. So whether you are a self-employed person or you are a salaried guy, and what I have been doing since the beginning of my career, rather from the first or the second month of my clinic, is that I treat my monthly income like a salary. I keep on collecting that. Obviously, we all do it either in the bank account or wherever. But I don't take a penny out of that unless it is a grave emergency. I don't take a penny out of that. So because whatever amount is collected at the end of the month, it gives you great amount of amusement that yes, I have amassed certain amount. So the thing is, whether it is salary or whether it is income or whether whatever system you employ to actually uh, say arrive at the corpus which you get, you have to put in a plan to put it into use. And usually the formula is income minus your savings equals expenses. So that should be the formula. But if you overspend, you get the reverse. So the basic aim should be to cut on the unnecessary costs. And which are the 5 things that you should do it? Number one, always pay off your debt. Yes, I have stressed enough on debt or loans, but I'll show you the other side of the loans today, which is going to come handy when you're going to plan. So pay off your debt, because stress-free life, constraint-free life is always very busy. If you have financial obligations, the debts are the first one to be obliged at the start of the month, or maybe at the end of the month, whatever you can call it. Uh, Whether a home loan, whether a high interest bearing loan like a student loan, credit card debt, or a personal loan, all have to be the first priority. Otherwise, the high interest rates will be eating up into further corpus of yours and leave you with a low net take home. So always put aside your installment amount, and in case you have surplus funds, you can even pay off your debt you can pre-close it or foreclose the loan as well, because the one thing, your future will self will thank you for doing this. Some people are habitual of taking loan always, ek khatam dusra shuru, dusra khatam teesra shuru. So this is your biggest fallacy, biggest mistake sometimes. If you actually don't fall in that trap, you are very lucky, but otherwise it is a big say trap, big fallacy, if you can say. So then the second thing is, if you haven't done it, save for an emergency fund. So freelancers should look at even 12 months of income who don't have a regular income, but otherwise a monthly expenses equal to 6 months is good enough. So can be 12 for a certain categories, I'll be telling you those. So emergency fund has to be there. Any financial emergency, any medical emergency, any kind of a situation, you need to do that. Again, can be in low risk fixed instruments like a debt fund, liquid fund, or can be in a high earning savings bank account. If you're still not happy enough to change the mindset, you can still put in an FD. Even after so many sessions, if you are not happy to switch over, it is your choice. I leave you with that. But then all these should be liquid for easy withdrawal. So then the third thing is always allocate for health and life insurance. The life insurance may come at a second stage for young earners. Health insurance comes at the first stage for everyone. Even it is a 20 something doctor, 23, 24, 25, just starting out his career, a dentist. A life insurance may come maybe at a couple or a 3-4 year later stage, but a medical insurance comes in handy first and has to be there. And that aspect I'll be discussing in the carry home Gyan that I told you, if you stay till the end of this 90 to 100 minute presentation. So you always should be covered, because if you are mismanaging, then obviously the premiums can eat up into again your net take home. So you should be planning about that also. Then the golden thing, always start investing. Many tell you save karo, invest karo. What exactly it is? We all have seen the variant, we have seen the advantage of the time, we have seen the power of compounding that I discussed. If you don't give your investments time to grow, then you can't blame that investments don't give returns. You have to start. The earlier you start, you are going to get it over time. You are bound to get it, say, joyed over time, I would say. So, as I say, the first few years of compounding are very boring. First 5, 10, maybe 15 years as well sometimes. But then the last 5, 10, or maybe if you're planning for 25 year of quantum of investment for time wise, trust me, last 5 to 10 years are like slog overs. You can even hit 100 runs in 5 overs. It is this kind of growth if you stay invested and are not affected by the market ups and downs and don't panic. So long-term investments should not be, investors should not be affected by short-term fluctuations and volatility. A market hai linear to grow karega nahi in one line. It will have a crest and a trough. You have to understand that. So if you're a beginner, always learn to diversify, always learn about the power of compounding. That is the best way you can actually grow over. So once you take hold of your finances, you need to make sure that yes, it was a logical and a wise decision on your part. Uh, Obviously, never let the greed lure you. that greed of doubling your money in 1 year, 6 months. Rome was never built in a day, and that adage or that proverb even holds good and true today. So, in the same way, never expect quick and easy money. Then, after you are financially free, debt free, taken care of emergency, taken care of health and life, you can actually sit back and travel or pursue your hobby if you want. Yes, you can do it parallelly also. You can allocate a certain amount of time, but then this has a direct correlation with your earnings also. You have to be very dedicated in your profession also. Just not investing and just relying on investment to work wonders. If you're putting in a less amount in your investments, that is again going to grow lesser only. But if you are putting in a good amount, which will come from your earnings in your primary profession only, you have to allocate that. Remember, all these things will actually make your life more interesting. Traveling, learning, music, art, whatever you want to explore, you can. You can't wait till the age of 60 to explore that. But yes, you can be still, once you set up the system will take care of. Yes, you have a habit in place, system in place, that इतना तो invest जाना ही जाना है, इतना उसमें जाना है, इतना उसमें जाना है, इतना इसमें जाना है. वो इतना इतना क्या है? Again, wait for the climax. You'll get those numbers. So once you're doing that, you are bound to have that system. Remember, systems never fail, people fail. So if we have not achieved success, it is not because of the wrong system, it is because of us only. So always pay off your EMIs, debt obligations, other premiums, emergency, all those things are to be made on priority. All those things should be pay first and then spend later kind of attitude. So how will you allocate how much to whom? That you have to get yourself sorted. I can't tell you because your life is unique, your system is unique. You actually need to know that whatever way you are doing your life, you're spending your earnings, only you can tell you better. I can tell about mine, but not about yours. But then life is not always rosy because it can be tough. And what can be our pitfalls sometimes, or what can be our situation? Sometimes, for example, it is a COVID time also. We can have irregular income. How can we plan our finances for that if our income is not assured? Because many of the millennials like us, maybe younger than me, are actually inclined towards freelancing. Not talking about dentists, but otherwise, this is a presentation. Otherwise, I've taken for doctors and other self-employed people also. So that is why I've included these slides. So the mindset has been shifted because the freelancing career can be insecure sometimes. There won't be a fixed paycheck. There won't be a fixed income. So people are actually looking to be more unconventional as well while they're earning. So then the freelancing culture is work from home, work from anywhere, work anytime. The MLM platforms are there. People do actually, I've seen so many doctors also shedding their practice of medicine to indulge in MLM marketing once they are earning good. And some even in the middle stage of their life taking a risk. So if you are in initial stage, you can be actually financially insecure because of the not of having a fixed paycheck. So what you can do is draw a budget using your average income, previous 2-3 years figures. You can draw it that itna mera expense hota hi hai. Then you can plan your expenses and savings accordingly. Yes, you may have to cut corners sometimes. You may have to curtail certain things sometime. You may have to curb your wants sometime. But yes, you have to do that if you want to actually say support yourself for a secure future. So then again, you can have two budgets, one for good times and one for bad times, cold times, as we say. So if you're having good flow of income, your plan A comes into action. If you're having a cold time in the income or the inputs have dropped, then you can shift to plan B. So this is the way you can actually have always management people will always tell you to have a plan A, B, and C. That is how I work. That is how I will tell you to work as well. Always have two modes. Don't we have a treatment plan? Koi surgical daan nikalna ho, to what we do is we'll remove it in this way. If that plan, we make a mental picture of how we are going to proceed. I'm not sure about everyone, but I do it that ways. I make a mental picture of the same. I'm going to proceed in this manner. I've seen the case clinically. I've seen the evaluator the same via radiographically as well. So I'm going to go it this way. But if that luxation point of view, or if I ditch out that area and that route breaks, What is my plan B? I can't think that at that moment. So I have to be prepared, because in that plan B, I might be requiring a different set of armamentarium. That instruments might not be ready. So what do? You don't go and then autoclave your instruments at that moment. You have to be prepared for that thing. Similarly, in finances also, you have to be prepared for plan A, B, C. So draw a budget, whatever is your expenditure, groceries, entertainment, or eating out, or whatever. As I said, you may curb down a bit. To be very accurate, you can actually don't make assumptions. Always follow either your bank statement or your credit card bills, or whatever the mode you're spending, the mode you are actually using. Some people maintain a logbook also to write their daily expenses. That is good enough. You can actually, the records will actually show you a true picture. Then emergency fund is for even for those freelancers as well, the millennials who are not those cases. So in these cases, they need to be sure that they can have a 12-month backup plan also, because sometimes things can last longer. As we have seen in COVID, there have been a wave one, drop in income, then the drop in COVID two, or drop in COVID one cases, the rise in income. Then again, the COVID two wave came, the drop in income was there. Now again, the COVID two wave has fallen down, and we are waiting, God forbid, wave three. So, but then this is the situation. Sometimes you can be even planning for 9 to 12 months as well. Again, this is your unique situation. You decide what risk your profession carries, what risk your practice carries, how much backup do you need, how secure you are mentally considering your income flow. If it is even in the normal times, it has been erratic, किसी महीने 3 लाख की practice, किसी महीने 50,000 की, then you need to actually be prepared for any case of such eventuality. So again, medical emergencies are very important. You need to take care right from the first day, even for a beginner. So covering in health and life, yes, as I said, life can still be a couple of years later. Once you become a big ticket case, you are married, you have more liabilities. Life insurance can then come, obviously in the 20s only, late 20s only. This will come into picture at that time. But a medical insurance should be a priority always. So term insurance, when you have dependents, that can be availed after marriage and kids. When you are the only sole earning member or the higher earning member, then you should be actually vigilant if when you take the insurance. Obviously, I've covered all these parts in the health insurance and the term insurance. That sessions I've taken 3 on health, 1 on critical illness, and 1 on term. You can visit those on YouTube. So I was checking out today only. There are currently 340 plus videos on YouTube channel. So yes, a few have 3 versions, but still above 200 plus videos are there. Majority of the hard work has been done in the past 6 months only. So then start investing in a SIP and lump sum in combination. When the market corrects itself, when you feel it has corrected considerably, as it happened in last March, April 20, go for lump sum. Where you should enter the market in a low only with a lump sum. But for SIP, you don't need to time it. You can enter anytime. Any time is a good time. Even today, even tomorrow, even day after tomorrow, whatever time. So that is a good time. That is basically a disciplined thing, how you actually inculcate that and how you actually try to involve that in your life. So always keep up with your emergency fund. Always top it up if you actually plan to, or if you have spent that because of any emergency in your family. Always top it up and always keep it loaded fully, so that in case of a second emergency, bad times can walk in unison also. Sometimes you have one problem, you got out of that, and maybe you have another problem walking in. So I always say the strongest shoulders get the maximum burden. But then you have to be prepared for such a situation where you have a one problem after another, and usually the problems will involve finances. So then asset allocation, which we discussed in the second and the third session of this series. So you should have asset allocation properly as per your age. You should be aware of your debt and equity, various asset classes which are there. But then your risk taking ability should be as per your age and other factors that are discussed in the part 3 as well. Life is not always kind or miserly. You can have both good and bad time, but how to plan for them? Then we program में थोड़ा change रहने का. आप Friday को आना. आज kidnapper ने पैसा नहीं दिया है. If you remember the movie Hera Fairy. So plan थोड़ा change. What is the change? So 4 scenarios that will call for a revision in your financial plan if you have a problem. So what can be those problems which can actually bring about a change? So some developments in the markets maybe more, maybe less. Market correction happening, market going to its peak, as it is currently almost at its peak. So changes in your financial requirements and investment profile, or maybe your income grows up. All those things you have to do. So the number one factor, you have to actually keep all those factors in mind, which can lead to either an increase or a decrease in your investments. So number one, you got a pay hike if you're salaried, or maybe you got a big ticket NRI cases. Of course, these days the flights are stopped. I'm talking of the normal times. You get 2-3 NRI cases that month, who actually give you maybe twice or thrice your monthly average, or maybe at least they compensate for majority of your income for that month. So then usually employers hike in April. Those hikes happen for salaried people when the performance appraisal process is completed in March, and the hike is there. But then it is crucial that once, as we discussed, 10% increase हुआ salary या income, 10% आपकी investment भी increase होगा. For self-employed, if you have a big ticket NRI case, if you don't feel that a lump sum is required, top up your SIP that month. Maybe you can put in more in that SIP. Nobody will mind that. So then redraw your finances to increase your budget for that. Remember, अगर बुरे टाइम में सिर्फ बंद करते हो थोड़ी देर के लिए, तो अच्छे टाइम में बढ़ा भी सकते हो, so that आपकी average set हो जाए. So that is where we actually try to average out the things. So if you got the opportunity to invest more, always grab that opportunity. Then the second situation, you have availed a loan. Desperate situations call for desperate measures. So if you have availed the loan, the primary thing should be to get debt free at the earliest. Always look out for a foreclosure thing, a pre-closure thing in your loan clauses, because the longer you take to repay, the more interest you will pay back. And obviously then your EMIs will have to be covered accordingly. So then a third change is, which can call for your life change, is your major life event. Maybe your marriage, maybe your clinic, new clinic, maybe having children, all will call for a severe revision of your financial plan, because your responsibilities are going to increase now. So then you are bound to increase your term life insurance, because include your new family member under the existing health insurance, or maybe purchase a new one, maybe purchase a family floater, maybe increase a top up and a super top up as well in your medical policy. So all those things you need to take care. What is a top up? What is a super top up? We have discussed it in detail in the health insurance part 3. So you can visit again. Whatever I have those topics on my YouTube series, if you find them in a number, part 1 of 3, part 1 of 4, whatever parts, please do watch them in sequence. Otherwise, you're gonna lose the clue, because all my presentations are systematic and structured in a way so that you don't lose sight of the track. And if you can do a binge watching like a Netflix series, you will actually learn more in that. So people who were giving a costing time deadline, so many told me yesterday, binge watch किया जी सुबह से लेके first to 5 sessions आपका. Fine, good enough. Now the concept should be more clear to you. So the next situation, the fourth is the financial crisis. Somebody hospitalized in your family, or maybe having another family difficulty because of related to finances. Then you have to actually say focus or divert your more of income toward that section. Then maybe you have to temporarily stop your SIP, maybe temporarily stop your investments, or move your funds to that direction. So that is the reason you build an emergency fund, so that you don't have to stop your investments. You divert or say transfer your emergency fund for handling that financial crisis, and those investments should continue uninterrupted. So what is the conclusion of this? Which are the situations that will call in revision? If you have an impeccable financial plan, it is going to always be very, very helpful to you. There are certain time situations which will not always be in your control. But if you are smart, like the gadgets these days, you can actually handle the situation much better. So again, the next thing, are parents always right? I told you last time also, I'll be discussing that parts, what to listen and what not to listen from your parents in today's times. Not that everything that they say is correct. Most of those things are correct. But 2 mindsets that I need you to shun away from your parents' times have to be there. But the rest, all what they have been doing has been perfect and wonderful. And trust me, I'll give you an example over here also, because whatever they say, because that is their experiences of being wrong. They have learned it the hard way and they don't want us to do it. But then some people would always want, nahi, galti karke seekhna. It is your choice. So as I said previously also, our parents are our first teachers. Mothers can teach us excellent budgeting, even if they are a housewife. Fathers can teach us excellent finances based on life experiences. So learn finance from your parents. Both of them can be a very good teacher, at least for a beginner, for a startup, for a push in your career. So how you make sound financial decisions, how you grow your wealth over time, the parents can always guide you better because they understand the financial situation much better than you, what you do in your early stage of your career. Maybe they have gone through the similar situation and you can take a cue from how you manage. You can't say, Dad, aapne jo kiya hoga, let me manage it my way. You can always learn the concept and adapt it as per the situation if you are really smart. But if you are over smart, then you will say, Dad, let me handle it my way. Maybe you again want to commit a mistake. What can your dad do in such a case? He'll just, when you fail, he'll always say, I told you, listen to me. You could have always taken that opportunity. What are the things that we need to learn from our parents? Number one, saving regularly over the years. I've seen that whatever good habits of managing myself money wise, record keeping wise, that has absolutely properly flown in me and my brother, of course, from my dad. He has been instrumental in inculcating via his bloodstream into me, via his legacy into me in that regard. So yes, how he has regularly saved and how even with the single salary, he was the yes, I had my uncles, my father's brothers, but my father was the one who actually supported the joint family. He built up that house. He bought a new house for us also. He actually supported the parents also, parents situation also in that regard. And obviously in that situation, you can say parents medication because parents were old, unmarried sisters who actually were to be married. All of that was taken care of by my dad only. But yes, that was done with a fixed salary from his banking job only. Of course, he had tuitions, of course, to take care of as an extra income. But these were a few things that he actually did for me. And the only problem is we don't want to be patient. We want to grow our wealth faster than our parents. And that is where the problem comes. Parents have been very skeptical of going, say, going in a way that they would always believe that stock markets are risky. Just give me a second, please. Sorry for the break. So if the parents have been always insisting nahi stock market mein paisa nahi dalna hai, that is actually sometimes risky, and we in a zeal to grow put in money in a small cap stock which are not very lucrative, which might be giving lucrative returns but equally carry a risk. But if the market crashes, you may panic, and I'm not talking about mutual funds here, small cap stocks here. So because sometimes you will lose your money if you buy high and sell low if the market has crashed. So you would find that parents have stuck to that one basic formula of investing. They understood the risk tolerance pretty well. It was not a fast world. There was a lot of time to think and actually analyze. 9 to 5 जॉब वाले हमारे पेरेंट्स से शाम की चाय लॉन में बैठ के अखबार पढ़ते हुए पीते थे. We hardly have this luxury. We hardly, even those who are salaried, hardly have this luxury. Especially self-employed, many of us who have their clinic at distant place, वो सुबह उठते लेट हैं because रात को लेट आए होते हैं क्लिनिक से. बहुत बारी their kids are sleeping when they come home and they see their children growing in the bed only. So because kids leave for school when they are, again talking of the normal times only, not the COVID times. So this is the way things do. I'm lucky in that aspect that my clinic and my residents are at same place. So I am always in the face of my kids 24/7. So yes, if you invest a regular way, you can give your money much better time to grow, even if it is at a lesser way. The only thing is sometimes in a greed to do that, we lose the money also and we lose the time also, which we could have started via doing a conservative thing. How to do conservative? Again, stay tuned till the carry home gyan till the end. So then get rid of the financial inertia. We discussed about financial inertia in the presentation part 1. So we actually find them never postponing critical financial decisions. They always are thinking, calculating. My dad used to do it, and many friends, fathers I've seen, they used to do it. Yes, today, this month, this has to be paid. Next month, this has to be paid. They were very calculative. They always have many things at their tips. Many of us are as well, but we still cannot be what they are actually calculating in their minds about certain things. We look at the short term horizon, they look at the long term horizon, and they have all their documents in their order. I was amazed at what kind of collection my dad has for all the documents. I'm still not that impeccable like him, but yes, more so like him, but not still like him, I would say. So if you want to build wealth, you have to get rid of the investor inertia. So always do a regular investing rather than thinking कि ये गलत फैसला हो गया तो, and never leave your money idle in a nationalized savings bank account, a big amount especially. It is never a good idea. People keep on sticking to their old salaried account. इसमें मेरी पहली सैलरी आई थी, आई हैव इमोशनल वैल्यू, 10 लाख पड़ा रहेगा उसमें 2.5% 3% इंटरेस्ट पे. Please, finance में there is no place for emotions. You have to get rid of such emotions in your financial life. Yes, बहुत अच्छा था, आपने सैलरी पहली आई, 20 साल पहले आई होगी, 15 साल पहले आ गई, ठीक है, निकल गया है ना टाइम. सेलिब्रेट कर लो एक बार उसका ओकेजन. This party is dedicated to my first salary of my first account. Okay, I'm going to close that account tomorrow. Do it that way. Be practical. Don't be very emotional in this regard. Always think about your risk appetite if you actually want to build up your fund. Again, this aspect needs to be very, very clear in your mind. How much is your risk tolerance? Your father may be having a better risk tolerance than you. You might be even a miser in that. Your father will say, okay, I have 20,000 to burn. If that grows, fine. Otherwise, if it is lost, I won't miss a beat. But you will say, nahi dad, मैं तो 5,000 से डूबेगा, मेरा तो heart fail हो जाएगा. So then the third thing is they always built up an emergency fund. They always had something or the other. And not only the fathers, the mothers also. The mothers come handy. ये मेरी saving की जो आपने income दी थी, I've saved from this. Remember the demonetization time, almost 5 years back. So many housewives came up with so many triers. So अभी income tax वालों ने भी मान लिया है, घर बीवियों ने जो डिपॉजिट किया है, हम लोग उनको नहीं छेड़ेंगे, उनको स्क्रूटिनी नहीं करेंगे. So income tax department ने भी females के आगे हाथ जोड़ दिए. So whatever the housewives have actually saved. So that is kind of an emergency corpus only. How many housewives actually do it in today's times? Very few. So these are the times which will come handy for hospitalization or any other emergency. So again, emergency fund can be in a high earning account, liquid funds, debt funds, whatever you wish to, rather than having it only in cash, which is going down in value. You should not look at earning interest from it, but you should not at least let it go down in value, courtesy inflation or deflation, I will say. Then the biggest thing that our parents did was live within their means. We, the millennials, don't do that. We are actually a generation of flashing and flaunting our credit cards. We feel tempted to spend now and pay later. We feel impressive against our colleagues. We want to appear in front of them. That we are actually the ones, the wannabe generation. So always we need to remember that credit card and all those personal loans are high interest loans, which need to be taken care of, that you don't fall into that trap. So if you would never find your parents as say spendthrifts, or you can say splurging in unnecessary things. So always learn to prioritize from their needs. But then this is the good part. What is the bad part, which was not bad in their times, but with changing times, the two things which have changed their definitions now. Focusing only on investment safety. This is one aspect that मैं इतने लेक्चर देता हूं इन चीजों पे, लेकिन वही सर मैं तो करना चाहता हूं, मैं समझ गया आपकी बात, मेरे फादर नहीं समझ रहे हैं. What is the reason? The only thing is you need to realize that पेरेंट्स के लिए वही है कि बैंक की एफडी जो है ना, वो सबसे गारंटेड रिटर्न है, कम से कम पैसा डूबता तो नहीं है. How many people were actually aware of the DICGC insurance before the PMC bank crisis happened? No one. Majority of people, even though our parents didn't know about it, कि वो 1 लाख का इंश्योरेंस था. सो डिपॉजिट इंटरेस्ट क्रेडिट गारंटी कॉर्पोरेशन था कि अगर आपका पैसा डूब जाए तो 1 लाख तक सेफ है. Didn't know it. बड़ा बड़ा अमाउंट 10-10, 20-20, 25-25 लाख के लोगों की एफडीज होती हैं. इवन माय कजन टिल डेट हैज इट. ये आस में क्या करूं मैं कहा पहले तो अपनी 25 लाख की एफडी तोड़वाया, क्या ले रही है वो, 4.5% मिल रहा है, वेरी गुड, लेते रहो, फिर मिलेगा क्या एंड में, यू आर इन द 30% ब्रैकेट ऑलरेडी, खुद सोचो क्या मिलेगा, 3% लेके बहुत खुश हो रहे हो तुम। सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दिस थिंग, व्हाट वाज बेस्ट इन देयर टाइम्स वो आज नहीं है। उनके जमाने में लैंडलाइन होता था, हमारे जमाने में गिनती के लैंडलाइन कनेक्शन है, रिमेंबर। उनके जमाने में बड़ा सा टीवी होता था, सारा मोहल्ला देखता था, अब छोटे छोटे टीवीज हैं या स्लिम टीवीज हैं, यू नीड टू, एवरीथिंग इज चेंजिंग एज पर टेक्नोलॉजी। सो उनके टाइम में म्यूचुअल फंड और स्टॉक्स का मतलब एक ही होता था, मार्केट का ही है पैसा। म्यूचुअल फंड्स आर एक्चुअली डिफरेंट, mutual fund returns are different from your stock returns. Yes, stocks may give you good returns at times, I'm not saying that, I'm not denying that, but again they carry a more risk. Mutual funds comparatively carry a much lower risk, so you have to consider. उनके टाइम में एफडी होती थी 12, 13, 14, 15, 16%। मेरे डैड के पास 16% की एफडी मैंने देखी है, 12.5, 13 की एफडी मैंने खुद करवाई है इन 2001 and 2। so I've seen those times as well 20 years back, बट अब नहीं है ना, अब 4.5, 5 है, तो why it is a good thing, हाउ इट इज अ गुड थिंग, एक्सप्लेन मी। सिर्फ ये सेफ्टी है, डूबेगा नहीं पैसा, that thing you need to shun off because that is a very risk averse nature. So you have to today, उनके टाइम पे इन्फ्लेशन भी 2.5-3% होती थी, उनके टाइम पे पेट्रोल भी 12 रुपए 15 रुपए। व्हेन आई वाज इन कॉलेज इन लेट 90s, पेट्रोल वाज रफली अबाउट 25-26 रुपीज एट द टाइम, आई रिमेंबर वेरी विविडली। 10 रुपए का डलवाते थे, कई बार आधा लीटर भी डल जाता था, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, 10 या 12 रुपए का। 10 रुपीज हैड अ ह्यूज वैल्यू, आधा लीटर पेट्रोल। अब तो पाउच मिलता है 10 रुपए का, इफ यू रिमेंबर। So again, things are changing. So inflation is also rising. So you need to invest in the products. Otherwise, your money will grow down in value. You need to understand that. The equity is the only safe bet. इतनी बड़ी $1 billion industry बन गई है म्यूचुअल फंड की इंडिया में, कोई तो रीजन होगा, there has to be. Even in the past 6 months, there has been a huge inflow of new creators because people are now understanding this thing. डॉक्टर्स को समझ नहीं आ रही है बस, उनके लिए आज भी रियल एस्टेट या एफडी। I really fail to beat that logic sometimes with people. Yesterday only I was having a discussion with that doctor colleague, with the MD medicine only, a good friend of mine. नहीं नहीं यार, प्रॉपर्टी अभी डाउन है, तू देख कितना ऊपर जाएगी। आर यू टॉकिंग ऑफ अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड? नहीं, अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड जिसमें कच्चा ज्यादा चलता है पैसा, देख कितना ऊपर जाएगी। ओके, योर विश, कीप वेटिंग फॉर दैट इल्यूसिव टाइम। नहीं एफडी, और कम से कम पैसा एफडी में डूबता नहीं, कम देती है बट डूबेगा तो नहीं। मतलब इंश्योरेंस तो 5 लाख का ही है मैक्सिमम, तो 20 लाख की एफडी कराएगा, अगर अगर तेरा बैंक डूब गया तो 15 लाख नहीं मिलेगा तेरे को। ऐसा थोड़ा ना होएगा, मोदी का जाके गला नहीं पकड़ लूंगा मैं, उससे भी कुछ नहीं होगा, वो भी नहीं मिलेगा पैसा। वट एवर यू से, बोलना बहुत आसान है, यू कांट डू इट एक्चुअली। थिंक दैट वे। So mutual funds are the thing which can beat inflation. Again, mutual funds are not the only thing. I'm not telling you to burn your whole money in mutual funds or put your whole money in mutual funds or in stocks or in FD or in PPF or in NPS or in insurance. Remember, you need to do a balanced one. I'll give you those numbers if you stay till the end. So मैं कोई कोर्स नहीं बेचूंगा एंड में, don't worry. I'm going to give you genuine education only till end. So the second thing is, what parents have been doing is they always mixed insurance and investment. There are lot of policies. उनके टाइम पे 80 से 85%, 80 to 85% policies were endowment plans or money back plans, all are both a combination of both. Pure term insurance plans were not in vogue. Even medical insurance plans were not in vogue. उनके टाइम पे मेडिकल रीइंबर्समेंट भी इजी होती थी. Most of the dads were salaried employees and most of the dads had their say organization offering them medical reimbursement, and medical treatment was not much expensive also at that time. 5-star medical treatment उस वक्त भी सिर्फ मेट्रोज में होता था, छोटे शहरों में नहीं था. टर्म प्लान तो बहुत दूर की बात है, उसमें ये होता था इंश्योरेंस बेचते ऐसे थे, भगवान न करे आपको कुछ हो जाए तो आपकी फैमिली कवर्ड है इंश्योरेंस के लिए, और ये अगर आप बच गए तो आपका पैसा ग्रो कर रहा है. अरे वाह, दोनों हाथ में लड्डू. पीपल यूज्ड टू सेल इट लाइक दिस, बट देन you have different vehicles for different purpose. Term insurance is purely for insurance, covering your big ticket thing. You don't live in a world of 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh coverage. You live in a world of 1 crore, 2 crore coverage. If something happens to your family, happens to you, what will your family do? And similarly, for investment, you are not looking at returns which are giving you 6%, 7%. उतना तो वैसे ही मिल जाता है बाकी चीजों में भी. Why you worried about those things? So even in the times when 13% was in vogue, these policies actually, in the garb of giving you insurance coverage, gave you 6 to 7, max 8% returns. Imagine in those times. So again, this attitude of our parents, I don't want to copy. This has to be changed. I actually made my dad break his FD. He was a senior citizen. He was a staff member of SBI. तो उनको roughly उस वक्त 1.25 extra मिलता था. 0.5 being a senior citizen and 0.75 being a staff member. Earlier it used to be 2%, 1% for senior and 1% for staff, but then it was curtailed. So उनको ज़्यादा मिलता था, and in those times FDs were also at 7. Around about that, I'm talking of year 2017. They were around 7 or 6.75 at that time. So he was getting already around 8.5 or 9. So I made him understand this logic, and he actually was investing in mutual funds. Not that he was not doing it. He had done a few lump sum. He had started a few SIPs for my kids. So he actually did it. I said, Dad, इसमें इतना return मिल रहा है, इसमें ये मिल रहा है. In spite of you being a staff member, आपकी 30% bracket है. तो why are you actually doing it? It took me some time, but he actually understood. And when he passed away 2 years back in 2019, he had nil FD. And मेरे पूरे खानदान में जो मेरे आसपास है, जो मेरे कंट्रोल में है, in the sense financially listen to me, I mean to say, not in control, but financially listen to me, they don't even have a single FD in today's times, because that is not a thing for to be kept. But still people say मेरे parents नहीं मानते. It is good. मैं उनको बोलता हूँ मेरे वीडियो दिखा दो, छोटा सा वीडियो है 5 मिनट का, FD is a good or not investment. वो नहीं समझते, it is their wish. It is like मैं नहीं मानूंगा. It is a rigid attitude that people develop at certain age, you all know. But always better to pick up separate specialists for the specialist job. We don't go to a general physician for a cardiac problem. We go to a cardiologist these days. So why take an insurance and an investment mixed product? So term insurance gives you low premium and high cover. So, but the only thing is you don't get any coverage if you actually live on. But then there are certain plans which will give you TROP option, term return on premium plans. But then they are very expensive. You pay a lot of premium and you get back only maybe about 40% maximum plan. So that is not still worth it, I would say. I would still say a term insurance, a protection plan as a better option than anything else. So because our cover is our safety of our family. So endowment plans will never offer you a good cover. But if you take a similar value endowment plan, the insurance premium would cost you a bomb. So always think wise when you are doing that. So now, अब ये गलतियां हो गई, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हो गए, पेरेंट्स से सीख लिया, अब पेरेंट्स ने आपको सिखा भी दिया, अब आपकी बारी आ गई है फादर बनने की. You are growing in life. Now this is the US data as per the US system, I think Council of Agriculture, I guess. So they gave this data cost of raising a child in US. So now it is your turn. How are you going to be a good dad so that your kids can learn from you? अगर आपने फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी का कुछ भी नहीं सीखा, what are you going to tell your parents? बच्चों, मैं डेंटिस्ट्री में बहुत बिजी था, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था. मेरे ग्रुप में था एक कोई डॉक्टर आहूजा, वो बोलता रहता था, मैं सुनता नहीं था कभी. नेवर माइंड. So 5 rules to keep your child financially secure future wise, because a child is a responsibility for both the parents. Always try to give the best and secure their future, because if you do that, you will prepare for many stages of life. I've given you various stages. A kid born, bringing a child in the family is a huge expense. Kid going to first school, then second kid into the family, then the second kid going to school, and then the first kid's higher education. Or by chance unme gap zyada ho gaya like me, then you have to think certain things which you have done 10 years back, you're doing it again right now. So again, the best plan should be to cover for child's life, like education, higher education, healthcare, or even a wedding. इस मामले में नॉर्थ इंडियंस थोड़े ज्यादा टची हैं, like us. We spend a bomb. Again, a financial mistake. We spend a bomb on our kids' wedding. Again, come to that later. But what are the plans that we can do? We have to start investing as early as possible. There should be certain amount. जैसे होता ना, you are investing for your retirement. Your income increases, you put in more portion. Your kid comes into your family, you start his investment. एंड धीरे धीरे उसका कॉर्पस हम लोग बढ़ाते जाते हैं, बिकॉज उसके लिए भी हमारे पास 20-25 साल हैं फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म. मैरिज वाइज, इफ एजुकेशन वाइज, हायर एजुकेशन वाइज 18 साल, शॉर्ट टर्म वाइज 4 साल, बीच में कोई इमरजेंसी पड़ गई तो डिफरेंट सिचुएशन. सो यू हैव टू थिंक दोज होराइजंस. बच्चा अगर हम वेट करेंगे बच्चा प्राइमरी स्कूल से निकल जाए, what you lose, the only variant that we talk about is time. If you lose that, you can actually sacrifice in higher education. फिर वो लोन लेना पड़ता है, फिर वो लोन ट्रैप में फंस जाते हैं. इन योर, आई टोल्ड यू इन दैट डे, इन 50s नेवर स्टार्ट अ न्यू लोन. पिछले खत्म होने वाले होंगे, उनको खत्म करो, प्री क्लोजर कर सकते हो इफ योर क्लॉज परमिट्स इट, डू इट, बट नेवर टेक अ न्यू लोन इन योर 50s. Usually in 50s only our kids are almost ready for higher education, or maybe a couple of years earlier, depending on when you got married and had your kid. But it is around about that time only. If you are about 50 or maybe a couple of years less or more, your kids are almost there for higher education. But then you need to remember that doctors की ये life problem ये भी है कि doctors की life late शुरू होती है, economic life cycle. I am 30 years elder to my first daughter, and I am 40 years elder to my second daughter. So once the younger one goes for higher education, I will be already retired, 58. So I have to think that way is कि मैं उस वक्त शायद एक्टिव अर्निंग नहीं कर रहा हूँगा, मैं उस वक्त किस एज का हूँगा, मेरा बच्चा इतने साल में जाएगा, बच्चे की जब मैरिज होएगी probably at 25, I will be 65. So obviously I will have an income flowing in, but I may not be actively earning it. So I have to think of those things today so that I can plan for those things 21 years later. Just giving you a small example. You cannot ignore certain things, especially your education. Education is your biggest gift that you can give to your children. So if you start investing yourself, maybe start with conservative or a moderately risky, इनका returns reasonable हो, you can go about that. तभी बोलते हैं बच्चों के लिए और कुछ ना करो, सिर्फ स्टार्ट कर दो 2,000 की. That is the best gift you can do. 2000, 4,000 does not hurt you even a bit. क्या होता है, एक डाइन आउट करोगे, एक मूवी देखने जाते हो मल्टीप्लेक्स में, 2,000 का नोट लग जाता है पर मंथ, एंड वी डू इट एटलीस्ट वंस अ मंथ, नॉर्मल टाइम्स आई एम टॉकिंग. सो डज दैट 4,000 पिंच यू अ बिट एवरी मंथ? नो. और वो भी ईसीएस, अपने आप चले जाना है. सो थिंक दैट वेज. सुधीर अंधेरी की एग्जाम्पल फर्स्ट पार्ट की याद होनी चाहिए. 2,000 लगाया था उन्होंने, टाइम पीरियड दिया था 30-35 साल. इवन विद 25 years द कॉर्पस वुड बी ह्यूज. imagine that, think that, visualize that. अब ये जब ये वीडियोस YouTube पे आएंगे, watch them once more in continuity, you learn more. So again, benefit of starting early is always best if you can do it. So invest in maybe low fixed income securities like a PPF, like a Sukanya, whatever. So there are separate plans we discussed last time. बच्चों की education marriage के लिए, especially for girl children, that is usually a worry. Of course, no gender bias please in Indian society in today's times, but still, you will still say we are a little bit more worried about the girl child for her education and for her marriage than the boys, of course. It's slightly biased in that sense. But yes, उनके लिए special products है ना, सुकन्या में जरूर डालो पैसा, चुपचाप ग्रो करता रहेगा, आपको पता भी नहीं लगेगा. 15 years into it and you have a huge corpus. उसकी स्लाइड नहीं मैंने डाली, पर बाकी स्लाइड्स मैंने डाली. So it is a long-term planning. So you can keep on rebalancing it according to your thing. But अगर 2,000 की 2 सिप हैं, if you're giving a longer time horizon, you won't need to even rebalance it. Moderately risky में डाल दो या थोड़ा सा equity में भी डाल दो, it does not hurt one bit. अगर if you look at your total portfolio, 5 लाख की इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं per year, तो अगर 4,000 means 48,000 only, just 10% is in risky part, does not hurt. Returns तो आएंगी ना. SIP mode में तो there is a less chance of a loss. Yes, the fund selection is bad, then it may create a problem. But then that is where the problem comes sometimes. We don't even start. We wait for some time कि कोई धक्का मारे हमें, then we start. And that is our biggest mistake. You have to think as per child's short-term and long-term goals both. What are the short-term goals? Maybe their education, school fee, or any other such similar thing. But then other things do come into picture as well. उनकी long-term needs. Abroad education, कहेंगे मैंने इंडिया में रहना ही नहीं है, whatever reasons, they know it. So if they want to go abroad, their marriage, all those things are going to cause a big hole into your pocket if you have to cut that money from your retirement corpus. Your retirement कहाँ से जाएगी? 65 साल पे क्लिनिक में जाते अच्छे लगोगे आप? Think that way. If you're fit and healthy, you want to earn, you want to work for leisure, it is good. But I don't want you to मजबूरी में जाके क्लिनिक में वो काम करोगी, जाना पड़ेगा बेटा, काम क्या करेंगे, खाएंगे कहाँ से? If this is the attitude or if this is the situation at your 60s or mid 60s, I'm sorry, then you committed something wrong. Then there was no one to guide you. And even if there was someone to guide you, you never listened to him. You lost out on the time. So you remember that for long term, you can pick in moderate with good returns. For short term, you can put in a conservative thing, maybe an FD, maybe a debt fund, maybe what thing, surplus funds. You have to pick. But again, these things come into picture if your amounts are higher. अगर डाला ही 2,000 है, suppose that is maybe what you can afford initially. As you grow on, you can go on. I'll give you the table in the end. So then you have to think pure return equity wise. Again, this is my mindset. You are free to differ from what I'm saying. So then always purchase a health and a term insurance covering your children as well. Because in most of such cases, usually if something happens to you, the child policies, again, the child plans also, they will not, the premiums are waived off in such a situation. And there is no problem with the, say, family facing that brunt of paying the premiums. There are certain plans as well. Even I have 2, 3 such plans running. So the premium waiver is there if something happens to me. Of course, my term plan is something else. This is a child policy in that sense. So look for partial withdrawal investment plans where you can actually withdraw, maybe which gives you a money back or a, say, cash back kind of a thing every 5, 10, 15 years. Think of Horizon. But then these things come into picture when you are covered with the basics. लोग मेरे से चाइल्ड पॉलिसी पूछते हैं, मैं उनसे पूछता हूँ बेसिक्स कवर्ड है, सिप लगाई हुई है, पीपीएफ खोला हुआ है, अपना एनपीएस है, टर्म प्लान है? नो 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 टू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. फिर इस चीज में क्यों जा रहे हो? किसी ने बोल दिया नहीं चाइल्ड पॉलिसी ले ले एचडीएफसी की, इट इज वेरी गुड. वाई अगेन ऑन हियर से? अपना दिमाग यूज करो यार. I told you in the second and the third session itself, you trust the top floor of your body and of the world, the God and your brain, both your top floors. So always think of these things, that these investments can be sometimes handy if you have done it on time. So then appointing your nominee, of course, that can be handy. Your wife can be the best one in such cases. So we usually neglect such things. And always अब म्यूचुअल फंड इंडस्ट्री में, स्टॉक्स में, इन सब में तो चलो है ही है ना, नॉमिनी कंपलसरी है. यू कैन नॉट एक्चुअली स्टार्ट इट. बट देयर आर बैंक सिचुएशंस, इवन अब तो बैंक के भी अकाउंट्स में मैंडेटरी है DA1 में. यू हैव टू फिल इन मैंडेटरली. आगे नहीं होता था, वो सेपरेटली फॉर्म अलग से लगाना पड़ता था. अब इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट. सो इट इज नाउ. सो ऑलवेज पुट इन अ मेंबर फ्रॉम योर फैमिली हु इज एन ऑनेस्ट. So then this is one aspect of taking care of your child's financial future. अब चाइल्ड की एजुकेशन, children education, is that a small thing? No, it's not, because many a times the education can be damn expensive. If your child is brilliant, he deserves a higher education, he deserves a good education. So always start the planning for your child education early, because that should be our top priority list. Because tuition fees, like medical expenditure, tuition fees are rising steeply. And again, they beat the inflation rate by a good margin. So if your investments are not beating the inflation, you're still stuck to conservative things like a FD, like NSC. You need to ask yourself, how are you going from extra money? अब प्रॉब्लम ये है ना कि हमारा पैसा क्लिनिक का हमारी आईटीआर में लीनियरली ग्रो करता है. हर साल हमारा सीए बोलते हैं 10%, 15% इनकम बढ़ा के डाल दो. डज दैट हैपन एक्चुअली इन रियल लाइफ? अब जिन्होंने ऐसे किया था, अब वो कोविड टाइम की इनकम जब डालेंगे पिछले साल की, हाउ विल दे डू इट? अब भी बढ़ा के डालोगे? लेकिन पिछले साल आपने सोच लिया था नहीं यार, अब ना मैं डॉक्टर भवदीप के बहुत सारे लेक्चर सुन चुका हूँ, मैं व्हाइट में काम करूंगा, मैं बहुत सारा पैसा व्हाइट में डाल दूंगा, अपना इनकम ज्यादा दिखा दूंगा, टैक्स दे दूंगा, सो दैट आई एम मोर ऑफ व्हाइट. मेरे को समझ आ गया कि टैक्स देना बुरी बात नहीं है, होपफुली. बट अब आपके पास आ गया कोविड ईयर. पिछले साल आपकी रिटर्न लेट सपोज 10 लाख की थी, 10 लाख एनुअल आई एम सेइंग. अब आप कोविड ईयर में 2021, द ईयर जस्ट फिनिश्ड इन मार्च, जब कोविड स्टार्ट हुआ था, तो क्या आप अपनी इनकम 15 लाख डाल सकते हैं? नहीं. इनकम बढ़ सकती है? नहीं. टेक्निकली, थ्योरेटिकली आई एम टॉकिंग, नॉट प्रैक्टिकली. प्रैक्टिकली तो आपकी पहले भी शायद 25-30 होगी मिनिमम. कोविड में शायद वो 24-22-20 रह गई होगी, मे बी. कईयों की बड़ी भी है, नो डाउट. बट व्हाट इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दैट? वो लीनियर फैशन में ग्रो करती है. डू वी फील कि इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट बेवकूफ है, उनको नहीं पता लगता हाउ द इनकम इज ग्रोइंग? बड़े प्यार से हर साल ऐसे 10% बढ़ रही है इनकम, परफेक्ट। माय डैड यूज्ड टू आस्क मी ऐसा होता है? मैं कहा नहीं डैड, ऐसा तो कभी भी नहीं होता। कई बार हम लोग चार्जेस नहीं बढ़ाते हैं, आई नो आई हैव मे बी आई हैव अर्नड लेस बट आई हैव कैरिड होम मोर, समटाइम्स माय एक्सपेंसेस आर लेस, so these are the things we need to understand. Our children are dependent on us, they don't have any other one to actually help us, so we have to be the ones who are responsible for their education, and education is the biggest gift that you can give to your children. A regular nationalized saving bank account will not help you. पैसा पड़ा रहेगा उसमें, वो 3% 2.5% अर्न करता रहेगा, इन्फ्लेशन विल गल्प दैट मनी। सो आज अगर 10 लाख इंजीनियरिंग के लिए आपने डाल के सेविंग बैंक में रख दिया है, 15 years डाउन द लाइन 10 लाख का शायद डबल भी नहीं हुआ होगा इन सेविंग बैंक अकाउंट एट 3-4%। सो वो 10 लाख शायद 15 साल बाद हैंडी ना आए, बहुत वैल्यू बढ़ जाएगी। Professional courses are getting costlier in India. If the higher education, if I see IIT, NIT, IIMs, they minimum कईयों की 1-1.5 लाख पर semester fees होती है, not per annum sometimes. Again, figures are just fictitious. I'm just telling you, just try to understand the concept. I'm not aware of the current fees, but I'm just taking that as a fictitious figure. So hostel miscellaneous और सारी डाल देंगे तो कितनी फीस बढ़ जाती है per year, which is sometimes not possible for a common man to take out every month. Or you can then again take a loan for that purpose, or dip into your retirement corpus, or break your investments, which is all not advisable. If you have not planned well, you will land up in such a situation. Acha, then there is a situation when the kids would want to go abroad. वो तो एजुकेशन होती स्टार्ट 40-50 लाख से, divided by dollars. Even the education, the inflation is growing over there also. So planning early is very critical if you have to think that way. So you need to start planning as soon as they are born. I gave you example for my little daughter in the last session, when I started with her investment of a PPF and an SC when she was 1 month old. So in instruments in which you can actually invest for kids education, different policies. You can even invest in child insurance plans. But again, these things will come handy if you have covered the basics part first. So you can choose as per your investment and risk profile. So how much should you invest? Again, see your children's interest. अब मेरी बड़ी daughter का तो चलो, she is 14 now. I'm sure she's not going to be a doctor or a dentist. Looking at her aptitude and looking at her hatred for medical profession. So I don't push that. I don't want that. I should guide her into a profession which she doesn't want. I was pushed into dentistry or medical profession by my dad. In those times, parents could do that. आजकल के बच्चे बहुत सेंसिटिव है, मार भी नहीं खाते हैं फिर भी बहुत सेंसिटिव है। हम लोगों को तो रोज जूत पतांग होती थी, पेरेंट्स से भी टीचर से भी, लेकिन वी नेवर एक्चुअली इवन कंप्लेन टिल डेट। वो कहते हैं ना, जिस तरह से वीडियो वायरल होते हैं आजकल, आज शाम को पढ़ रहा था एक जोक में कि अगर हमारे टाइम पे जिस तरह मोबाइल फोन होते और जिस तरह हमारे को पिटाई होती थी स्कूल में, कॉलेज में, वेयर एवर, हमारा तो रोज वीडियो वायरल होता। इनको तो बेचारों को इन माय किड्स आर इन DPS लुधियाना, so they are not allowed to, teachers are not allowed to touch the students. मार नहीं सकते उनको, डांट भी दो तो अगले दिन पेरेंट को, टीचर को मेमो इशू हो जाता है, बच्चे को तो बाद में होगा। so बच्चे आजकल के बहुत सेंसिटिव हैं। I was pushed into that profession, but I made my way back to my engineering and my finance and my other things by hook or by crook. So even after doing 8 hours of dentistry in the day, I'm sitting before you discussing finances after my clinic. So it is a personal choice. What do you want to do? But you can't push your kids' education in these days. So again, this is one big planning and is bound to happen at 18 years of age of the child, irrespective of what your child's age is today. So अगर आपका बच्चा already 10 साल का हो चुका है, so you know where the fault has been. Yes, if it is a steady flow of income, you have a good ancestral property, you have good corpus already collected, then maybe, and you have planned well, then maybe you can eat up from your corpus. You say it is a good enough corpus, I can definitely dip into it. I don't have a separate investment for my kids, so I can dip into it comfortably. That is fine. But if you have not, then you need to really worry, because this is one bomb which will eat up your investment planning. हम मैं बोलता हूँ ना हमेशा कि लोन्स जो होते हैं वो आपके इन्वेस्टमेंट को खा जाते हैं, आपको लोन पे करना है। I told you I'll show you a different side of the story today. So आज इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात नहीं की है मैंने, I have given you the kids aspect. If you are more spendthrift or more savvy of taking one loan after another. You are not dipping only into you're not actually destroying your own retirement corpus. You're destroying your kids' future also partially. Maybe you can dip into something. हो सकता है पेरेंट्स अब एजुकेशन तो नहीं ना कर सकते, 18 साल हो गया, +2 कर ली, चलो ठीक है, अब आगे नहीं पढ़ना, अब आ जाओ मेरे साथ बिजनेस में. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. दीज डेज एजुकेशन इज कंपल्सरी इन अ वे. सो ऑब्वियसली पैसा तो चाहिए. कहां से आएगा? कुछ ना कुछ आपने जोड़ा होगा, सेविंग्स या रिटायरमेंट की शायद आपने कर लिया हो. यू विल डिप इनटू दैट एंड डू दैट. सो आइदर वे वन थिंग हैज टू बी डिस्ट्रॉयड. या तो लोन लेना छोड़ दो, या बच्चों के लिए प्लान कर लो, या अपने रिटायरमेंट को बर्बाद कर लो. The choice is yours. That is why I've shown you the different side. मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ ना, loans eat up into your investment corpus. The child's life is also to be made financially secure. So what are the steps that you can use to reduce your debt burden? बैंकर का बेटा हूं तो इसलिए ये चीज बोलूंगा हमेशा. I will never advise a loan. Yes, I know sometimes it is impossible, especially for home loans. But then my dad also took a home loan. I asked him, Dad, आप मेरे को मना करते हो लोन नहीं लेना, आपने होम लोन क्यों लिया? कहते एक तो मैं स्टाफ का हूं, मेरे को रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट बहुत कम मिला है. दूसरी चीज है मेरा अमाउंट कम है. तीसरी चीज है जितना मेरा बचेगा एट द एज ऑफ 60 वो काट लेंगे. एंड डू यू नो, एंड दिस इज थिंग दैट आई आस्क्ड हिम इन माय 90s, इन माय कॉलेज टाइम, when he was I would say he was supposed to retire in 2003, but he took a VRS in 2001. So I asked him almost about, I think 94 or 95, 8 years before his retirement. So Dad, आपने क्यों लिया? Because we bought our house where I'm staying in 87, 88. तो क्यों लिया आपने? He said, तेरे को पता है किस्त कितनी जाती है? तो बताओ. 870 rupees for home loan. Does it hurt you? Does it hurt me? I said, no. Fine, no problem. 20 साल का लोन है, डोंट वरी. 20 साल का लोन है, अगर मैं रिटायर पहले होऊंगा तो मेरे जितना बचा होगा अमाउंट उतने में से कट जाएगा. दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ बर्डन दैट यू कैन स्टिल अफोर्ड. मैं कहता हूं 1800 भी हो, इवन 18,000 भी हो इन टुडेज टाइम, इट वोंट हर्ट इन दैट सेंस फॉर अ होम लोन इफ यू आर अर्निंग गुड. बट अदर लोन्स व्हेन दे कपल्ड विद दैट, बिकॉज सबसे सस्ता लोन इज होम लोन ओनली. द रेस्ट ऑल आर एक्सपेंसिव, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 9 going up to 48. 9 would be sometimes a MSE loan kind, MSME loan, or maybe a gold loan also, starting from that, and 48 up to maximum limit of credit card. So the loans are a fashion thing today, as we are fond of flashing our and flaunting our credit cards. But then the financial discipline goes away with that. Sometimes our level of spending increases. So we need to understand these things very, very clearly. That reduce our debt burden, whatever you want to have, want to pay back, and you have to be very, very cautious when you actually pay back your loan. So how you can actually reduce your burden? Know your financial condition. Total earning कितनी है आपकी, आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट कितनी है, और आपका डेट कितना आउटस्टैंडिंग. टोटल मंथली देखो, EMI कितनी है, टेन्योर कितना है, बैलेंस ऑफ डेट कितना है. I've discussed all these aspects in the loan 3 sessions which I've taken. So just compare कि आपकी debt obligation कितनी है. When I talk of, I will say the upper limit for any loan in your should be, gross income should be 35 to 40%. It should never be more than that. Ideally 25%, but never beyond 35 to 40 of your gross income, not your net. So too much debt means you actually rely more on loans, and loans are going to eat up into your every investment, saving, and every planning of yours also. So if you are not decreasing your level of debt, you're actually compromising somewhere, somehow, either on your spending today, either on your kids' future, either on your own retirement future. कहीं ना कहीं तो कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो रहा है ना. कहाँ हो रहा है? यू नो इट. अगर आपकी इतनी इनकम इनफ्लो है तो आपको लोन लेने की वैसे जरूरत नहीं है. अगर इनकम इनफ्लो नहीं है, दैट इज व्हाई यू हैव टेकन द लोन. सो थिंक दैट वेज. Deal carefully with your loan. The ones which have a high interest rate, always try to pay them fullest and at the earliest. Always look out for that pre-closure or a foreclosure clause, and never think of delaying the payment or paying the minimum amount due sometimes. Then costly debt, education or housing loans are for longer period. Their rate interest are comparatively low. Education a little more than housing. But then sometimes if the time lifespan is more of the loan, you end up paying actually the double the amount of loan. Education loan के लिए तो I told you, the kid is now major. If you're going in for that, make your kid the first borrower and you become a co-borrower, so that you can actually inculcate a discipline in him right from the day one. He knows that I have to earn and I have to pay it back, not my dad. Yes, you are there as a backup if something he doesn't get a job, he doesn't get a placement, or whatever situation similar. But yes, he needs to be made sure of this thing, that you have chosen your career and we'll be 50-50 holders of both these things. Then these two give you advantage. Housing loan will give you principal under 80C, interest under section 24, education loan under section 80E. So they will provide you tax benefit, और किसी loan का कोई tax benefit नहीं है. Remember that. Only education and housing loan have it. So always avoid delaying other things. So avoid skipping any debt on the due date, any delay in your repayments, any skipping the loan repayment part. ऑटो डेबिट लगा दीजिए ताकि अगर आप भूल भी जाएं, you are not penalized for late payment charges, your finance charges or delay charges or whatever they are already. So these things are very important in that aspect. So let's now wind up. It's time to actually summarize a few things. I've done with the majority of the topics. Now a little bit repetitive thing would be there till the end. So let's wind up and revise the 4 session, because it is not about changing your money. It is about changing your money habits and your money mindset. So first, let me give you a few tips and tricks to save money, what they can be. So saving money is all about financial security, we all know. So any retirement planning, any medical emergency, any expenditure for home loans, we need to understand that there are different styles of money saving. So some people will actually save after expenditure, some will save first and then spend later. But a few things that you need to, again, all these are summarized things, so little bit repetitiveness, but yes, this is important to drive home the point which I'm going to make in the end. So track your expenses, whatever way you're doing it, whatever you're managing it, bank statement, credit card statement, or your logbook, or your record keeping, or your Bhai Khata, whatever you maintain. So note all your expenses and analyze the same, and evaluate whether you can actually avoid some of them. There are certain expenses which will be there. There might be certain over electricity consumption, maybe your other subscription to any OTT apps which you are hardly watching. Small little expenditures, but they can make a lot of difference. So then when you're spending in your grocery, in your other things, in your FMCG, in your apparel, always negotiate and bargain. Never mind to bargain or ask for a discount. Don't think that if you ask that you have to give as well. These are the things which come with offers. Of course, if I say the dental field also comes with the offer, get a treatment done, get a X-ray done, get this thing in this much amount and this much is free. We are also courtesy the corporate center entering into our sector. So they are also doing this thing, but let's forget those exceptions. But the discounts are on these things, so you can actually do that. So bargaining can be done. You can actually penny saved is a penny earned sometimes. If don't go too much below your say stature to do that. But yes, a casual asking for a thing is not a bad thing. If you're a loyal customer, maybe the shopkeeper would be ready to oblige you with that. So again, even when you're taking the loan, there are a lot of things you can actually negotiate your interest and processing fee also. Even sometimes your application fee also. You can negotiate that. You can obviously 100% won't be waived off, but yes, some adjustment can be earned. Again, penny earned, penny saved would be penny earned. So invest money strategically. Always understand your investment goals. For people who actually say, मैं सर सेव तो कर रहा हूँ लेकिन मेरे को पता नहीं मेरे goals क्या हैं. I hope after the end of these 4 sessions, you know what are your goals. I've told you, shown you one side of the story where the parents are involved, what you learn from them, what you don't learn from them, your kids' future, how to make it financially secure, and your kids' education future, how you actually plan to should be going for that. So remember those things, keep those things in mind. You will actually gain a lot out of it. So again, if you are a dedicated and a disciplined investor, disciplined saver, your investments will actually be easy. So always try to save or invest before spending. Then online shopping, it has actually increased the comfort. It actually saves us petrol. It gets us discounts. And then we have to especially get ready, plan and do an outing and then do it. While online shopping, we can do actually even at midnight. And there are so many offers available, discounts, cashback, the Great Indian Summer Sale, the big billion days, they keep on happening every year, twice or thrice. And yes, the cashback thing always is a trap sometimes to spend again. They come with expenditure, come with expiry date sometimes. So always evaluate and spend money diligently. Don't overspend. Don't spend for the sake of a cashback, or don't spend for the sake of a saving, because that again, one next purchase will again give you a cashback. So you can't keep on indulging in that cashback or a saving again and again, because otherwise you will burn up whole your budget in that sense. So I hope these four tips come handy to you. So all these have a purpose. The purpose beyond all this is one thing, one word or two words: F2, FF, financial freedom. How can we have that? Financial freedom is that once we are free from our responsibility, we are actually letting our money do its job. The money is automatically being debited, the money is automatically growing, and we are actually स्ट्रेस फ्री, दैट पैसा अपना काम कर रहा है, हमने उसमें डाल दिया जितना डालना था, अब वो ग्रो कर रहा है. यस, वो जाता रहेगा अब जितना जाना है. We have that much amount of corpus. We don't need to. Now we are free to actually pursue our passion, music, sports, art, travel, whatever we can. But yes, the initial years are tough, and the understanding has to be there. What will be your finances, how you can be actually wealthy and even lead a good lifestyle and still have a sufficient money to take care of your expense. So that is the bottom line of financial freedom. But then people have this misconception कि अगर financially free होना है तो शायद we have to be born rich. Wrong. You can actually attain financial freedom by making smart moves at right times. So there are milestones which you need to actually take into your stride, and you actually need to make sure that you follow those milestones properly, and then only that grows. So you have to save and invest as much as you can. And let me give you a few steps. Again, the debt is the first thing that you need to take care of, because if something you are paying in debt, that money could have automatically gone to your RIP, alternate RIP, your retirement investment planning. Then start investing. People still procrastinate, wait, keep on waiting for the right time. That right time sometimes never come. इस बार market गिरेगी ना तो मैं invest करूंगा. Trust me, that right time sometimes never comes. So investing is only one of the short ways to financial freedom. And unless you do that, you have that money is not the only security with you. You need to understand that. So you need to have a good return over investment to cover all your expenses, and sooner you will get financially freedom in your lifestyle. So then don't ignore the risks. We all can get unpleasant surprises anytime. So be prepared to tackle such situations. So don't worry about income if you have financial freedom, because you still need to have an emergency fund with your side. So conclusion is that if you think that financial freedom is essential, then you need to catch it with both the hands. And the steps are very simple. You have to start investing as soon as you can, and you have to get rid of the debt cycle as soon as you can. So you have to be disciplined for that. You have to put in a constant money, and trust me, a constant effort, consistency always pays off. If 1 year back I would have thought there would be 340 videos on my YouTube channel after 1 year, I would have said, sorry, you're joking. And thanks to Dr. Thind, my colleague from Ludhiana, who actually pushed me to start my YouTube channel in June itself. And I was checking the video today, almost after 13 months, there are 340 plus videos on my channel. So a lot of things to you, because the lockdowns are ending. So will my webinars will be soon ending as I go on my offline journey. So then budgeting. Unless you budget, you cannot start investing. So what does a budget look like actually? 5 easy steps again. A written thing. Always keep a track of your spending habits. People will say making a budget will not be enjoyable, but then it is an essential part. Learn it from your mother. She'll tell you how to budget it. So always they say for rainy days, they keep their money in that chawal ki theli and chawal ki barni, in the dal ki barni also, sometimes in chini ki barni also. So they keep on saving like small little matters over there. So then always have your templates ready. Always have your numbers ready. Financial paperwork. What are your expenses? All your bills, all your liabilities which are to be done. So want to see all of your revenue and spending records. So what is your monthly average? Arrive at that number, and the more data you can collect, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, they'll give you an average at how you have been in your spend patterns. Then calculate your income, which is your average. Again, look at the previous year data. What all this is? Record keeping. So if you're not actually indulging in record keeping, you are actually committing a mistake big time. So always remember that a record keeping will come handy, not in one way, but in many, many ways. So make a total of your revenue and then determine your fixed and variable expenses. There are certain expenses which will increase as per your weather, season, or maybe your holidays accordingly. Maybe a new purchase coming up. So you have to think of those things in your mind. So total your monthly income and your expenses, you need to make sure that your revenue is more than your expenditure in every case. So extra cash, you can, of course, if you have extra cash, you can relocate it to your savings, your investment, your debt repayment, that you can do that. Then always there is a scope for adjustment. You can check it out that yes, ये चीज में मैं ज़्यादा खर्च कर रहा हूँ, I can always cut it down. Maybe you're dining out more. Maybe a gym membership that you have taken but not availed of. You can actually think of cutting that out. Maybe another thing, all your wants which have been burning a big hole in your pocket can be actually taken care of. So these were the few revision points. Let me come to almost the last section before the carry home Gyan, the summary for today. So young earners, how to kickstart 20s or maybe 30s. I would call both them as young earners because dentists or doctors life cycle will start pretty late. So pretty late means in sometimes in the early 30s as well. So if you are looking to kickstart your financial journey, set your financial freedom as your goal. Always worry about your investments and savings and not about your other aspects first. You have to be very dedicated, like your expenses, about your savings and investments also. Because once you have a burden of loans piling up, or your excess spending, or a unpleasant surprise hospitalization for you or for your family member going into your life, you are actually going to be very, very, say, wary of such a situation. So you that can eat up into your regular investments. So what are the few tips that I can give you to kickstart your journey? Set your goals, short term, medium term, long term, according to your various milestones of life. I used to mention it, shadi kar lo, clinic kar lo, pehla bacha, all those. I think I've given you enough breakup in these 4 sessions about all the kinds of SML goals, short, medium, and long term goals. So if you want to retire at 50, 55, whatever it is, you have to achieve your financial goals very clearly. How you can go that ways. Making a budget is again one of the best thing. Rupee earned, rupee spent are all very important. So calculate your expenses, what is going to happen on from your income, and how you can monitor it, how you can decrease your liabilities via your debts if you have to take, or if you have taken maybe at the beginning of your career, maybe at the beginning of your clinic, you have taken that. Always differentiate between a good loan and a bad loan. A housing loan is a kind of a good loan, which is a kind of an asset. Again, tax benefits also. A personal loan and a credit card is a bad loan, which is a discretionary spending which you can actually avoid. And if you miss, there are a lot of charges incorporated, and that is all going to burn from your hard-earned money. But then that comes with a culture of spend now, pay later attitude. That may be occasionally good, but you have to shun that attitude surely in the long term. So because many times then you will struggle with paying the loans. People are actually not good planners of their finances, and then they struggle with those things. Then always take a good life and a health insurance to prevent against costly hospitalization. Family floater plan, shift to that higher version if you're newly married, or when you have a kid in a family, you can shift to a higher premium plan. A single plan will cover against all the hospitalization costs. So always think big when you are actually getting into a more responsible and a more liable mode. Then I always say start investing right now. There is no time to wait for investment. So even if you're 30, 35 today, you need to understand the best time is right now. Till your retirement, you still have good enough time. Someone in your 40s, I mentioned that day, still has a good chance. 50s may be your last chance to grow your money. because your retirement is not far off. Again, if you have burnt your life on the dental chair only, dental stool only, moving from here to there on a sedentary lifestyle, no exercise, no game in your routine, trust me, your retirement will automatically come early because your neck and back would have been already burnt by then. So need to remember very clearly. So कहीं से भी start करो, चाहे PPF से start करो, चाहे FD से start करो, करो तो सही start. सेफ्टी से करना है, दिमाग में नहीं अभी भी घुसा कि क्या करना है, सिप नहीं लगाना चाहते, मार्केट में नहीं एंटर करना चाहते, एक छोटी सिप लगा के देख लो, 1000 रुपए, 500 की, 2000 की, टेक अ टेस्ट ऑफ इट, देन स्टार्ट. बट देन रिमेंबर, अल्टीमेट एम शुड बी टू बीट द इन्फ्लेशन. इफ यू आर नॉट डूइंग दैट, you are actually committing a mistake. So PPF will offer you a higher return than inflation sometimes in the longer run if you are a conservative investor. If you think of the compounding advantage, how that I'll show you. So aggressive people can opt for a ELSS or a large cap fund or even a riskier mid cap, multi cap. Now these is new category flexi cap also, or maybe sectoral funds. Some people are not fond of sectoral funds. I am for a particular sector. I do have a risk appetite for a few sectoral funds. Again, a personal choice. I'm not invested huge amounts in that, but a few selected amount. But yes, even that has given me now double return. I've already exited from that as well. So if you're too tired and too hungry, but you have actually stayed till now, I'm going to give you a few good things. The number one thing, avoid the emotional traps. We usually have a blind love for our kids. As I said, we in North India, we're more obsessed with this. So people will say, yes, koi baat nahi, ek hi to beta mera, ek hi to beti meri, considering the family these days, the size of the family these days as they are. So we spend a bomb dipping into our retirement coffers, spend a bomb on their marriages, sometimes on their higher education abroad, and sometimes the kids won't come back. So the old folks are left fending for themselves. So पैसे इन्वेस्ट करने बता दिया डॉक्टर आहूजा, पर कैसे इन्वेस्ट करूं, अभी भी मेरा वो माइंडसेट नहीं बना. मैं किस एज का हूं, किस में हूं. आपने 20, 30, 40, 50 ब्रेकअप दिया था, लेकिन मेरे पल्ले नहीं पड़ा. चलो अब नंबर्स देखते हैं. मैं आज आपको एज वाइज नंबर्स नहीं दूंगा. हो सकता है आप 40 के हो सकता है आप 20 के हो सकता है 25 के हो. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू अ प्रैक्टिस नंबर्स. जब आपकी जिंदगी में पैसा आना शुरू हुआ, लेट्स गो इट दैट वे. Forget your 30, 40, 50, 20, which I gave you last time. I'll give you a much simpler version. Even someone who's starting out, 0 to 3 years practice, I call a beginner. 3 to 10, I call a middle road. 10 plus, I usually call settled. But then this is my classification. Your classification can be 4, can be 2, whatever, your wish. Some people get settled in the first year of practice. Some would not settle even after 10 years of practice. Again, I'm not going to practice management aspects of that. I'm going to take a generalized scenario, which I believe 0 to 3 years, they are earning, but still not much to invest. Even they should think of TS, tax saving first. What can it be? 1.5 लाख ATC में डालना ही है. ATC में दो predominant बड़ी अच्छी investments है, PPF and ELSS, equity linked saving scheme, kind of a mutual fund only. So 1:2 ratio में डालिए. 50,000 PPF में डाल दीजिए, 1 लाख ELSS में डाल दीजिए, 50,000 डाल दीजिए NPS में. 25 तक का आपको लिमिट है मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस की, मिला के आप 25K तक डाल दीजिए. आई एम नॉट गोइंग फॉर टैक्स लायबिलिटी साइड, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट पार्ट. और कम से कम, एज आई ऑलवेज से, 10% गोल्ड में होना चाहिए ना. 25,000 का गोल्ड, प्रेफरेबली SGB. एंड देन स्लोली start open a joint saving bank account with your wife, with your brother, with your father, with your mother, and park 2 lakhs soon. A separate emergency fund other than your other emergency fund. जो आप अलग से रखेंगे बैंक में वो अलग चीज है, या डेट में रखेंगे, लिक्विड में रखेंगे, हाई अर्निंग में रखेंगे, अलग है. उस 2 लाख को भूल जाइए, जिसको आप 2 लाख के ऊपर आप 8,000 रिटर्न मिलेगा. 4% आज है, कल या परसों मिसेस निर्मला सीतारमन जी उस 4 को 3.5 कर दें, along with other small saving schemes. प्लीज मुझे मत कहिएगा, तो आप थोड़ा सा और डाल दीजिएगा, 2.5 लाख डाल दीजिएगा. एनीवेज, सो व्हाट इज द टोटल? 1.5 लाख, 50,000 इन NPS, 25 यहाँ, 25 यहाँ, तो आपने 2.5 लाख इन्वेस्ट किया. 10% आपका गोल्ड में गया, लेकिन आपका 20%, सॉरी, आपका 2.5 में से हाउ मच इज द परसेंटेज? 30% और मे बी स्लाइटली मोर. So आपका 40%, sorry, it went in ELSS. So what is the breakup? Let's suppose you are 30 something, 80 minus your age, close to that, because again इसको इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं गिनना है आप. मेरा एक सिंपल फंडा है जो मेरे डैड ने मुझे सिखाया था. इन्वेस्टमेंट वो करो जिसमें तुम्हारे को टैक्स कम से कम देना पड़े और रिटर्न भी रीजनेबल मिले. सो ELSS, लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स 10% ओनली अबव 1 लाख. बहुत कम टैक्स है, 10% तो स्लैब भी नहीं है इस वक्त इनकम टैक्स की. 5% अबॉलिश हो चुकी है बिकॉज ऑफ 87A रिबेट. सो 20 और 30 स्लैब्स हैं इफ यू डोंट कंसिडर एनटीआर में तो ये कर भी नहीं सकते आप. तो एनटीआर मीन्स अ न्यू टैक्स रिजीम. सो इसमें आपका गेन्स कितने हैं? ये टोटली टैक्स फ्री है. ये भी जो मिलेगा आपको टैक्स फ्री है. जिसमें पेंशन लगेगी वो आपकी इनकम बनेगी, उस पर टैक्स लगेगा 40. यू नेवर नो, जब तक आप एनपीएस से पहुंचोगे शायद 100% टैक्स फ्री हो जाए. पर अगेन टैक्स फ्री. मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस फॉर कवरेज, एसजीबी इज अगेन टैक्स फ्री. सो आपको वो पॉलिसीज और वो चीजों में जाने की जरूरत क्यों है जो आपको टैक्सेबल है? यस, आई एम नॉट निगेटिंग दैट, बट ये इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट आपकी टीएसबी कंप्लीट हो गई, जिसके कारण आप अपनी इनकम ज्यादा डाल सकते हैं, या बोलते हैं इनकम शो ज्यादा कर सकते हैं. तो यू कैन एक्चुअली गो इन फॉर टैक्स सेविंग ऑल्सो. तो आपको रिबेट भी मिल गया. 2 लाख इधर ये भी डाल दिया, 2,42,000 का रिबेट मिल गया. कैसे मिला? 1.5 52 लाख, 10,000 80 टीटीए का मिलेगा, 25 के मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस का, 2,35,000, 7,000 इसका रिबेट मिला पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग्स बैंक अकाउंट का. तो 2,42,000 रिबेट मिल गया. सीधा सीधा सीधा. व्हाट एल्स यू वांट? सारा मनी आपको ऑलमोस्ट टैक्स फ्री ग्रो कर रहा है, फिर भी आप इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहते हैं. टैक्स देना पड़ेगा. टैक्स कहां से टैक्स देना पड़ेगा? इमेजिन. अब ये आपको कैलकुलेशन दिखाता हूं पीपीएफ की. मैंने आपकी एज ली है 25 साल और मैंने इंटरेस्ट लिया आज का. अब ये हमेशा इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं रहेगा. ये 12% पे भी था, अभी शायद 6 पे 6.5 पे आएगा, लेकिन ये फिर से ऊपर जाएगा. पर मैंने 7 पे ही कैलकुलेट किया है. आप 1.5 लाख डालते हैं, लेट्स सपोज फॉर 35 ईयर्स. टोटल आपने डाला 52,50,000. आप तो पीपीएफ कैलकुलेटर खोलोगे नहीं ना, मैं आपको सारी कैलकुलेटर आज दिखाता हूं. सो आपको टोटल कॉर्पस हो जाएगा 2,26,00,000 बाय योर रिटायरमेंट. ये चुपचाप 1.5 लाख आपने डाला है, पता भी नहीं आपको. 2 अप्रैल को डाल दिया अगर आपने, तो ये कब 2 करोड़ बन जाएगा आपको भी नहीं पता. टच नहीं करना है इसको, बस. ये रिटायरमेंट मनी है. अब एनपीएस में आपका मैंने मान लिया हमने 50,000 डाला था, बट लेट्स, यहाँ पे नंबर नहीं था, बट आई अज्यूम्ड एट 45,000 पर मंथ और मे बी 60,000 पर ईयर. ओके, योर एज इज 25, 35 साल दिए. इसकी मैंने मॉडरेट रिटर्न ली है, ये भी आपको 12-13% दे रहा है आजकल. लेट्स गिव इट एट 11%. लोअर साइड पे ले रहा हूं. 21 लाख आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट गई टोटल, 60 पर ईयर, एंड आई एम टेकन एट मंथली. अगर आप लमसम डालेंगे तो आपका ग्रोथ ज्यादा करेगा. 60,000 फॉर 35 ईयर्स, यू पुट इन 21 लाख. आपका कॉर्पस कितना बन जाएगा? 2,46,00,000. पहले कितना बना था? 2,26,00,000. तो आपका तकरीबन 4-4.5 करोड़ प्लस बन गया. 4,70,00,000 चुपचाप बन गया, जो एक किसके लिए था? एक बिगिनर के लिए. किस चीज से बना? सिर्फ इन 2 चीजों से. अभी मैंने इसमें ELSS नहीं लिया. ELSS इससे ज्यादा रिटर्न देगा, उस पर भी मैं आता हूं. ये सिर्फ 2 चीजों में आपने डाला, सिर्फ डेडिकेटेड डाला, ऑनेस्टली डाला. आपकी, आप बोले मैं नहीं डाल सकता, 2 लाख सिर्फ डाल रहे हो साल का, और आप 4,70,00,000 बन जाएगा आपका. एंड दिस इज नॉट माई कैलकुलेशन, यू कैन क्रॉस चेक दिस कैलकुलेशंस. एंड पीपल से मनी डजंट ग्रो. अब ये तो कंजर्वेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है ना. आई एम नॉट गिवन यू येट द ग्रोइंग इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. लेट्स गो अहेड. मैं आपको बोलता हूं 2 सिप्स लगा लो 2,000 की. ओके, फॉर योर किड्स, बच्चों के नाम पे डाल दो कि ये 2,000 है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टच देम. 4,000 डाला मैंने, अगेन मॉडेस्ट रिटर्न लिया 12%. दे गिव यू 13, 14, 15. आई हैव टेकन 12 इयर्स. अगेन इसका टाइम पीरियड मैंने 30 इयर्स लिया है, 35 नहीं लिया है. कितना कॉर्पस बन गया? 2,000 की सिप सिर्फ पर मंथ. साल का 48,000, 48,000 ओनली पर ईयर. 2,000 पर मंथ, जो आपका एक मूवी देखने का खर्चा है पर मंथ. 1,40,00,000. इज दैट अ स्मॉल अमाउंट? आपने सिर्फ 2,000 बच्चों की सिप के साथ जोड़ लो इसको. बच्चों में ना सही, यू कैन कंसिडर इट एज योर रिटायरमेंट मनी, कि बच्चों के लिए मैं अलग से इन्वेस्ट करूंगा, अपने लिए मैं 2,000 की 2 सिप लगा रहा हूं. तो आपका कुछ ना करते हुए भी 4,70,000 में ए 140 जोड़ दो, 6 करोड़ का कॉर्पस बन गया, कुछ बिना इन्वेस्ट किए, सिर्फ टैक्स सेविंग का ख्याल रखते हुए. आपने टैक्स सेविंग प्लस 2,000 की 2 सिप लगाई. Isn't that good? If you still feel, चलो अगले पे आते हैं, मिडिल रोड वालों के लिए. अब इनके लिए मैं बहुत बारी बोल चुका हूं, बट स्टिल आई विल रिपीट इट. हमेशा बोलता हूं बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ यू वर मिडिल रोड और मे बी सेटल, बट मैं बोलता था मिनिमम 5 लाख पे सोचो. अब 5 लाख वालों को टीएस नहीं देखना, टैक्स सेविंग नहीं देखना, दे हैव टू थिंक ऑफ वेल्थ क्रिएशन ऑल्सो. उसमें मैं बोलता हूं 1.5 लाख पीपीएफ में पूरा डाल दो. अब 2 लाख जो बचा ईएलएसएस में नहीं डालना, क्योंकि आपका 80C कंप्लीट हो गया है, तो ईएलएसएस में लॉक इन पीरियड में जाना जरूरी नहीं है. नाउ ये लॉक इन पीरियड में तब तक था जब तक आपका पूरा नहीं गया था. यू नीड टू रिमेंबर ईएलएसएस आर टैक्स फ्रेंडली. 80C में 1.5 ही मिलेगा, बट वंस योर 80C इज कंप्लीटेड, थिंक बियॉन्ड ईएलएसएस, थिंक इक्विटी एंड डेट मिक्सचर. अब आप 30 to 40 एज ब्रैकेट में, आई बिलीव 3 to 10 years वाले 30 to 40 में होंगे. तो व्हाट इज योर एक्सपोजर? अगेन 80 माइनस योर एज, 40 to 50% शुड बी इन इक्विटी. अगर आप टोटल डाल रहे हैं 5 लाख, तो 2 लाख मींस आपका 40% चला गया. उसमें से भी आप फर्दर सेग्रीगेट करना चाहते हैं, कर लीजिए डेट में, कोई बात नहीं. 50,000 आपका एनपीएस में गया. नाउ अब इस स्टेज पे मैं मानता हूं आपकी शादी हो चुकी होगी, आपके बच्चे हो चुके होंगे या होने वाले होंगे, व्हाटएवर. तो योर दिस थिंग नाउ इंक्रीजेस. 25 से मैंने 50 कर दिया यहां पे. ओके, अब मैंने आपको बोला 10% गोल्ड में. नाउ गोल्ड शुड बी टेकन केयर ऑफ. ये गोल्ड जो सारा है ना, ये काम आपके बच्चों की शादी में ही आना बाद में, या फॉर एनी अदर इवेंट व्हेन इट रिन्यूज आफ्टर 7 to 8 years. यू कैन पिक एनी, बट आई वुड प्रेफर एसजीबी इन टुडेज टाइम्स. अगेन अगर नहीं किया अब तक, तो अब 3 to 10 years में स्टार्ट विद द जॉइंट अकाउंट इन पोस्ट ऑफिस. सो दिस इज द वे. 1.5 लाख, 2 लाख, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, ये 5 लाख का ब्रेकअप है. यू कैन ऑलवेज रिड्यूस दिस डेट टू 0 ऑल्सो, कि आपका डेट में जा ही रहा है, ये भी एक तरह से डेट ऑप्शन ही है ना एक तरह से. तो फॉरगेट इट, पुट इवन 2 लाख इन इक्विटी, बिकॉज योर एज परमिट्स इट. यू कैन टेक ए इक्वल रिस्क. मैंने आपको ये मिक्स बोला, यू कैन टेक इवन 100-0 ऑल्सो. You can put your whole 40% of the corpus in equity, which will grow. ये 2 लाख साल का कितना ग्रो कर जाएगा? अगर आप पिछली स्लाइड देखो, ये कितना था साल का? 48,000. 4 टाइम्स है, तो ये 4 टाइम्स नहीं होगा, ये कितने टाइम्स हो जाएगा? ये 14 into 4 5.5 करोड़ नहीं होगा, इट विल बी 7 to 8 crores जस्ट विद 2 lakhs ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. अगर मैं बोलता हूँ 5 लाख करो, तो सिर्फ 5 लाख. अब देर आर पीपल हु अबव 10 years practice, they can easily afford above 5 lakhs easily. इतने तो उनको मंथली इनकम होती है, और even more. Let's go for them also. और उससे पहले नाउ अब सिप देखते हैं. अगर हमने मंथली 10,000 लगाई है, तो साल की आपकी हो गई 1,20,000. मतलब अब आपने 5,000 की 2 सिप हैं, लेट्स सपोज 2,000 की नहीं है. इमेजिन आपका अमाउंट कितना बड़ा है, ऑलमोस्ट 2.5 times. 48,000 से 1,20,000. But your corpus from 140 it has grown up to 352, more than double, more than 2.5 times. So this is the way you think of. अब now 10+ years in practice. तीसरी स्टेज, settled people. उनके लिए मेरा सिंपल स्टेज फॉर्मूला है. Yes, it is not hard and fast. अगर आप पहले सेटल हो गए तो आप पहले कर सकते हैं. What you can do is 10 to 15 lakh should be your aim. अब एम है आपका वेल्थ क्रिएशन. टोटली टैक्स सेविंग तो छोटी सी चीज रह गई ना आपके लिए. तो आपका 1.5 जाएगा पीपीएफ में, और अगर आपके 2 बच्चे हैं तो दोनों के पीपीएफ में जाएगा 1.5 और 4.5. गर्ल चाइल्ड है तो 1.5 लाख, अगर दोनों गर्ल्स हैं तो 3 लाख और, तो 1.5, 4.5, 3, 8.5 लाख हो गया. सो दिस इज द वे यू थिंक ऑफ सच थिंग्स. सॉरी, ये 4.5 इन 7.5 हुआ, बिकॉज आपका तो ऑलरेडी जोड़ लिया ना यहाँ पे बच्चों का. सो 7.5 लाख आपका चला गया 2 अप्रैल को. इमेजिन व्हाट कॉर्पस विल ग्रो अप टू. सुकन्या तो देना भी सिर्फ 15 साल है, और 21 साल वो खत्म हो जाएगा. पीपीएफ गोज ऑन स्टिल इन अ इंटरवल ऑफ 5. पीपीएफ सुकन्या विल फिनिश आफ्टर 21 years. यू पे ओनली फॉर 15. अब देन 5 लाख प्योरली इन इक्विटी एंड डेट मिक्स. अब डेट मिक्स आप डाल सकते हैं, बिकॉज नाउ योर एज इज 35 to 45. आपका रिस्क फैक्टर 80 माइनस एज कम्स डाउन नाउ. Maybe you can pick 70-30, 60-40, your wish. But imagine if it is a 5 lakh going in equity out of 10 to 15 lakh. Imagine the corpus it will generate even after 10 years. 10 साल भी इन्वेस्ट करके आप बंद कर देंगे ना 5 लाख डाल के, पर उसको ग्रो करने देंगे फॉर 20-25 ईयर्स, आप अंबानी तो नहीं पर अंबानी के छोटे भाई बन जाएंगे. इमेजिन दैट. सो देन नाउ यू गो मोर इन एनपीएस ऑल्सो. यस, टैक्स डिडक्शन आपको 750 तक ही मिलेगी, बट यू कैन स्टिल, बिकॉज ये भी आपका ग्रो तो कर रहा है ना 11-12% पे. थिंक ऑफ दैट वेज. डोंट थिंक ऑफ कि मेरा पीपीएम में 6% 7% है, इसमें 15% तो मैं सारा इसमें डाल दूं. बैलेंस तो करना है ना थोड़ा सा रिटायरमेंट के लिए भी. ये दो चीजें ना जो पीपीएफ और एनपीएस, इनको रिटायरमेंट से पहले टच नहीं करना. एनपीएस को तो आप वैसे नहीं कर सकते, पीपीएफ को भी मत करिए. सो हमने देखा था बिना कुछ किए सिर्फ टैक्स सेविंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अगर 1.5 और 50 डालते रहे फॉर 30 ईयर्स, वी विल एंड अप विद अ कॉर्पस ऑफ 470. एड से 2000 से 140, तो 6 करोड़ तो आपका डन है सिर्फ पीपीएफ, एनपीएस और 2000 की 2 सिप से. बट इफ यू गिव इट अ टाइम स्पैन ऑफ 25 to 30 ईयर्स, दैट इज देयर. अब इसमें अब आपकी लायबिलिटीज बढ़ गई हैं, तो 75,000 इन योर मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस, फैमिली फ्लोटर प्लान ले लीजिए, पेरेंट्स को ऐड कर लीजिए. अगेन रिबेट भी आपको मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस में अप टू 75 मिल जाएगा. 25 फॉर योर सेल्फ, 50 फॉर योर पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो इफ दे आर अबव 60. सो यू विल गेट 75,000 रिबेट इन अंडर सेक्शन 80D. सिर्फ अपना लेंगे तो 25. सो अगेन नाउ 10% in gold, 1 lakh of gold, preferably SGB. So this is the way. अब ये कितनी मुश्किल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स हैं जो आप नहीं कर सकते हैं, या आप भागना चाहते हैं इनसे, या आपने आज तक शुरू नहीं किए. 11 of you are listening to me. There are 12 participants currently. So 11 of you are listening to me. I will like to know your view after my session ends. Another 5 minutes I'll be ending. So I would want you to know your view. Is that difficult thing? Let me show you one more calculator. Now your monthly investment is 17,000. You would say साल का आप कितना डाल रहे हैं, roughly you would say कितना बना 17,000 into 12, 4, 12, 8, 2 लाख. 2 लाख आपने डाला, let's suppose in SIP per year roughly. So expected return same kept at 12 years, growing it for 30 years, 6 करोड़ बन जाएगा सिर्फ 2 लाख डालने से. Imagine the amount. Obviously you can top up the SIP. जब ज्यादा पैसे है टॉप अप करते जाओ सिप को, उस पैसे को ज्यादा टाइम मिलेगा. पहले ज्यादा टॉप अप कर दिया तो मे बी यू कैन स्टॉप योर सिप आफ्टर सम टाइम, बट डोंट विथड्रॉ द मनी. जस्ट रिमेंबर द सुधीर एंड द रणधीर एग्जांपल फ्रॉम पार्ट 1. योर मनी विल ग्रो. ये कॉर्पस बन रहा है, ये सारा आपके काम ही आएगा. बट व्हाट द बिगेस्ट वेरिएंट यू आर गिविंग इट इज टाइम, स्टार्टिंग अर्ली. अगर अब भी बात समझ नहीं आई है आफ्टर एज ब्रेकअप 20, 30, 40 इन द प्रीवियस, ये तो प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल है विद द चार्ट्स. अब तो आ जानी चाहिए, अब भी नहीं आएगी तो फिर मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. सो इफ यू आर ओवरवेल्म्ड विद इंफॉर्मेशन एंड योर ब्रेन शटर्स हैव ओपनड अप, लेट मी गिव यू द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी. सो टिप्स टू सेव मोर मनी फ्रॉम योर सैलरी और योर इनकम. मेक अ बजट, सेट रियलिस्टिक गोल्स, क्रिएट एन इमरजेंसी फंड, सेव टैक्स बाय इन्वेस्टिंग वाइजली. ये तो पहले दिन से करना है ना. अगर ATCCD 1 भी कर लेंगे तो ये पहले दिन से करना है ये चीज. तो चाहे बिगिनर है, 2 लाख निकालना किसी के लिए मुश्किल नहीं इन 1 ईयर. चाहे स्टार्टर प्रैक्टिस है, आई कैन नॉट ट्रस्ट कि वो नहीं कर सकता, पर लोग नहीं करते हैं. प्रॉब्लम ही यही है. और वो दोनों चीजें आपने निकालनी 60 से पहले नहीं है, निकाल भी नहीं सकते हैं. नो डाउट यू कैन टेक अ प्रीमेच्योर समथिंग अनलेस इमरजेंसी इज देयर, बट वो इमरजेंसी फंड अगर क्रिएट करेंगे तो उसमें क्यों टच करना, उसको देखना ही नहीं उसकी तरफ. बिना बात के आपका 25 से 30 तक, 30 साल का टाइम दिया था मैंने, 30 या 35 का, आपका 4.5-5 लाख बन रहा है. अगर नहीं चाहिए आपकी चॉइस है. सो गेट रिड ऑफ बैड डेट्स. यू कैन स्टिल कंटिन्यू विद द गुड डेट्स, albeit for a shorter duration. Pay yourself first and use the real cash. So the bottom line moral of the story of this financial investment journey part 4 or all the parts is a few tips to draw a financial plan to manage your money. Implement the rule of 50-30-20 or my formula of 45-15-40. Cut on your unnecessary expenses because that can be used to grow your investment portfolio. Invest as per your risk tolerance. Don't rely on others' advice or hearsay. Take professional advice wherever you don't want to rely on that. And the conclusion is, it is always better to have a sound financial plan, and investing as per your risk tolerance are the major components of your robust financial plan. So thank you so much. And a few things coming up for you in a couple of days time. 15 short videos on mutual funds, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., one every hour, duration 5 to 6 minutes. A few are 8 to 10 minutes as well. you'll get a A to Z of mutual funds. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. This is the webinar that will be at 3 to 5. Know your cost, the road to a profitable dentistry. Webinar at 9 p.m. in 48 hours from now. So again, costing in dentistry, profitability in dentistry. The presentation of both would be different. Both these happen on the page only, and these will there be for a limited time. So YouTube channel, if you have not already done that, do it, because there are now 300 plus videos. It will be very difficult for you to. धीरे से अगर मैंने 500 कर दी तो फिर कैसे देखोगे आप? So this is my email, my website. Get in touch with me. So I have a new series on Clubhouse also starting from 1st July onwards, the 32-minute podcast that I put up the link today. So all my social media presence by my name only, Dr. Bhavdeep, except my page, Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja. So my 2 WhatsApp groups, if you want any colleague to be added, please do send me a message. And yes, your feedback would be appreciated today in the WhatsApp groups. Wherever you are, Bookers and Brickbats both would be welcome in equal measure. Thank you so much. And I stop my share for the questions. But before that, I would like to know your opinion on the various breakups of 0 to 3, 3 to 10, and 10 plus. All of you, you can switch on your cameras and please be comfortable in answering whatever you want to say to such things. I'm all ears. I'll have my sip of water and you can speak on.
एक ही सोच आ रही है सर. एक तरकीब बता दो, 10-12 साल उम्र भी कम कर लें बस.
वो मेरे पास नहीं है. वो मेरे पास नहीं है.
It is fabulous.
Thank you, Rishabh.
नहीं पर सर, it was a nice session. We still have time, so definitely it will help.
लेकिन सर आपने जो आखिरी में ये बताया है, ये कोई सीधे डायरेक्टली इसको नहीं समझ सकता until unless वो पहले सीरीज से लेकर के 4 सीरीज तक जब तक नहीं देखेगा.
मैं तो हमेशा से ही कहता हूँ, मेरा सीरीज होती इसीलिए है. बहुत सोच के बनती है यार, बहुत
नहीं
सोच के
सर, वो
बनाते
एक अलग चीज है. मतलब जो आपने आखिरी में जो वो ब्रेकअप दिया है ना, किस तरीके से कैसे इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, वो किसी को समझ में नहीं आएगा.
बेस्ट
उसके पीछे का पूरा लॉजिक क्या है.
बेस्ट चीज तो क्लाइमेक्स में रखनी चाहिए ना हमेशा. डॉक्टर सेठी और मैं दोनों फिल्मी बंदे हैं. डॉक्टर नवजोत भी हैं. has been a good friend. Dr. Navjot, you can switch on your camera.
Seriously, it was a kindness.
डॉक्टर सब्यसाची जी, हम आंसर मिल गया सुबह वाली प्रॉब्लम का?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
अच्छे से मिल गया?
Yes. As usual, sir, from you.
Dr. Navjot, Dr. Suneet, you can switch on your cameras and say a few words, please.
रोंगटे खड़े हो गए सर, ये तो पुलिस.
तो वही तो खड़े करने होते हैं. तो फिर हर सेशन में ना हो तो फिर मजा कैसे आएगा?
डॉक्टर बद्री, वंडरफुल सेशन.
थैंक यू सर.
बहुत अच्छा रहा और बड़ा अच्छा. मैंने कैमरा नहीं किया, मेरा बैंडविड्थ थोड़ा सा साउंड में अच्छी आती है.
नो प्रॉब्लम.
तो लेकिन ये जो आपने लास्ट में ब्रेकअप दिखाया कि कैसे मिड रोड पे और बाद की रोड पे कैसे आपने उसको इंक्रीज करके दिखाया, ब्यूटीफुल. मतलब ये ऐसे एकदम से क्लियर कर दिया इसने चीजें. और वही चीज जो एक और कोलीग बोल रहे थे कि जब तक शुरू से नहीं देखा होगा आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा. तो मैं आपकी चीज देख भी रहा था, साथ साथ नोट्स भी बना रहा था डायरी में. मैं एक्चुअली आई हैव ए नंबर डिसलेक्सिया. मैं 36 को 63 पढ़ता हूँ, तो मुझे बिल्कुल नंबर्स मेरे 0 होते हैं. तो मैं फाइनेंसेस पूरा अपनी वाइफ डॉक्टर प्रीति को दे देता हूँ कि आप देखो, मुझे कुछ नहीं समझ में आते नंबर्स. लेकिन आपने इसको फिर भी इतना इजी कर दिया कि मतलब मैं देख रहा हूँ कि कहाँ हमने गलतियां की हैं. हालांकि आई हैव टेकन अप मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट यू हैव एडवाइज्ड, लाइक पीपीएफ एंड सिप्स एंड द बैलेंस ऑफ इक्विटीज एंड एवरीथिंग. लेकिन मैं देख रहा हूँ कि मैंने बहुत कम परसेंटेज उसमें डिवाइड करी है और उसका ठीक से ब्रेकअप नहीं किया. तो एज यू सेड कि जैसे ब्रेकअप ठीक से करना जरूरी है, उसका एक पाई डायग्राम बना के उस तरीके से, दैट इज वंडरफुल व्हाट यू सेड. लवली, बहुत अच्छा रहा.
For people who don't know, Dr. Suneet lives absolutely across my house, just opposite to my house. He's the closest. He's the closest to me in that regard. He's my neighbor only and a good friend also. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir. Yes, Dr. Navjot, sir.
Thank you. Sir,
you're muted, sir. Dr. Navjot, sir, muted. One minute. Just a minute. I'll get back with all the queries. Yes.
Sure.
Dr. Navjot, you can unmute yourself and speak, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Bhavdeep, wonderful session indeed. explained in great detail. You went a step further from the last session, just where you talked about the age group of 20s and 30s. You've gone a step further. We all have committed such mistakes. Even I have committed such mistakes. I won't say I have not. But एक चीज मिस कर गए यार, 35 to 45 वालों का बता दिया, हमारी एज ग्रुप का भी बता दो ना, उससे ऊपर 5 साल ऊपर चले जाओ. We should know according to that your recommendation for that. I know I can always have it in private with you, but anyway, I mean, you can add it on for your next session.
Surely.
Anyway, wonderfully explained. Very simple terms. That is very important because finance is something which many people do not understand. Let us face it. I mean, finance is something most people just turn away from that. But this has been explained in very simple terms. Anybody can understand it if he or she wants to understand it. It's nothing difficult. Very well explained. Nice.
Thank you. Yes, Rishabh.
सर ये जो आपने 35 to 45 ग्रुप में जो पीपीएफ में जो बच्चों का इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए बोला है 1.5, तो उसको पीपीएफ में डालने के बजाय ईएलएसएस में क्यों ना इन्वेस्ट कर दें, क्योंकि ईएलएस कंपैरेटिवली सेफ है, उसके अंदर जो है इंटरेस्ट भी ज्यादा है 12% के आसपास.
सारा कुछ ठीक है. There are certain things that we always need to take into account for purposes. बच्चों का जो पैसा है उसको आपने टैक्स फ्री भी तो करना है ना. आप सोचिए कि बच्चा अगर आपका 4 साल का है तो उसका आपने पीपीएफ स्टार्ट किया है, तो 15 साल बाद आपका बच्चा जब पीपीएफ खत्म होएगा तो बच्चा माइनर रहेगा नहीं, वो ऑटोमेटिकली 18 पे उसके नाम पे ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा. एक तरह से सारा इंटरेस्ट उसका बन जाएगा, टोटल टैक्स फ्री हो जाएगा पैसा. इमेजिन दैट. यस, मैं वही बोलता हूं ना, आपको एज के हिसाब से तो चलना है ना. हमने टोटल एज के हिसाब से 2 लाख डाला ना, आउट ऑफ दैट 5 लाख. सारा इक्विटी में बर्न नहीं करना. इट हैज टू बी अ बैलेंस फिगर. मैंने रीजनेबल फिगर लिया. आप उसमें इवन द पीपीएफ इफ डन फॉर अ लॉन्गर टाइम विल हैव अ पोटेंशियल टू बीट the inflation via the compounding advantage. That is one thing I wanted to stress upon. But the only thing, it needs time and an amount done on before the 5th of April. That is more important every year. And amount in full, not done in installments. Those are the few things you need to take care. अगर overall देखेंगे तो ये हमेशा 7% तो नहीं रहने वाला ना. It will still grow back. जब इकोनॉमी रिकवर करेगी, सारा कुछ नॉर्मल होगा कभी ना कभी. साल में हो, 2 साल 3 साल में ये 5% तो नहीं रहेगा. अगर 5% रहेगा तो फिर वो फॉरेन कल्चर आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे बैंक में रखने के पैसे देने पड़ेंगे आपको, और दैट हैपेंस इन फॉरेन कंट्रीज. तो दैट इज कल्चर यू हैव टू थिंक ऑफ. एज इन्वेस्टमेंट जो आपने किया है ना, एज का इन्वेस्टमेंट आपने उस हिसाब से देखना कि आपका कितना रिस्क पोटेंशियल है. अगर आप ज्यादा रिस्क लेना चाहते हो, बिकॉज एज योर एज ग्रोज योर रिस्क एपेटाइट वुड डिक्रीज बिकॉज योर लायबिलिटीज एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आर मोर. तो सारा अगर वो तो ये तो बड़ा इजी रास्ता है कि सारा का सारा ईएलएसएस में डाल दो, सारा जो बचा इक्विटी में डाल दो, ग्रोथ ही ग्रोथ, माया ही माया. उससे अच्छा स्मॉल कैप में डाल दो, 35% रिटर्न भी आ जाएगी. तो वो यू कांट डू दैट बिकॉज रिस्क तो होता ही है ना. यू हैव टू बैलेंस द रिस्क, aggression and volatility of the market with a something kind of serene investment as well. So this is a kind of that exposure.
I would like to
पोर्शन जो है आपने बच्चों के कुछ पोर्शन जो है पीपीएफ में इसलिए डाला जस्ट टू सेफगार्ड दैट मनी की हाँ कभी आगे जाकर के अगर जरूरत पड़ती है तो वो मनी खराब ना हो, वो रिस्क में ना रहे.
Yes sir.
I would like to add on to that question, Dr. Bhavdeep. What Dr. Rishabh asked is, I mean, it does make sense to some point that while investing 1.5 lakh for the child, especially for the girl child, 3 lakh in PPF and Sukanya, we are investing a very large percentage into sort of debt sort of instruments, safe instruments, as compared to equity. But what you are saying is also true. What we can do is that we can start investment in equity, maybe not ALSS. We don't need ALSS for a child. Any equity mutual fund, good equity mutual fund, maybe a multi-cap sort of a thing. And we can slowly keep topping it up every year. Keep your PPF and Sukanya at 1.5 each. Fine, that is the safety net we have. But maybe 4,000 per month or 5,000 per month, whatever we start for the child, keep topping it up by 10 to 15% per year. And even in 5, 7 years, 8 years, that becomes a substantial amount. Substantial investment, I would say. Amount, of course, later on after 20, 25 years. But I think that could be another way of balancing it out.
There are two aspects. Yes, rightly added, Dr. Navjot. इसमें ऋषभ 2 aspects और हैं जो मैं एक चीज बताना भूल गया उसमें. एक तो ये टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट मैंने 15 लाख के हिसाब से बोला था 7.5. दूसरी चीज मैंने आपके गार्डियनशिप में लिया है. If you are making your wife also invest a similar amount, his portion, her portion will not go into the PPF and Sukanyas. Her portion will go into the ESS. So he can compensate for that. So imagine if you both are putting in maybe 10 to 15, if she's a working woman, you can put in a huge amount of corpus in such a way. So उनके आप पोर्टफोलियो से बैलेंस आउट कर सकते हैं द इक्विटी पोर्शन ऑफ योर किड्स. वो मैं उस वक्त एक स्लाइड शायद रह गई, डालना भूल गया मैं. सो नाउ आई रिमेंबर दैट. सो वो दोनों के हिसाब से ग्रोथ करिए. इफ इट इज द ओनली मेल अर्निंग मेंबर, यू आर द मेल अर्निंग मेंबर, देन यू हैव टू थिंक दैट वेज. यस, यू कैन डू इट, बट यस आई थिंक इट दैट वे बिकॉज मेरे दोनों बच्चों के जो हैं वो मेरी गार्डनशिप में चलता है, बिकॉज आई एम द वन हु ऑपरेट द अकाउंट, who operates the account. So I think it that ways. But whatever your spouse can do, you can add up to that in the kids portfolio, because she will have a lesser thing. Her medical insurance is covered under your family floater. Her PPF will go, her NPS will go, and the rest equity she can take care of the kids part and her retirement part as well. So together you can actually make not 2 + 2 4, but rather 6 or 7. You can grow that way.
सर मैंने ऐसे ही किया हुआ है, जैसे कि मेरी वाइफ भी प्रोफेशनल है, मेरे संगी प्रैक्टिस करती हैं, तो एक्चुअली मैं उनका हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस का मेरे उसमें ही जाता है. तो मैंने अपना जो करा हुआ है, मेरा एक बेटा एक बेटी है, तो बेटी का मैंने SSY खुलवाया हुआ है, PPF खुलवाया हुआ है, और तो मेरे से मतलब बेटे का और बेटी का मैं इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ, मैं अपने से निकालता हूँ. अब जो उसके पार्ट में बचता है तो उसको एक्चुअली में मैं इक्विटी में ले जा रहा हूँ, मेरे पार्ट का इक्विटी कम हो जाता है.
It is fine, Rishabh. That is what I said. It is all dependent upon an individual situation. I gave you an ideal plan. You can always fix and vary according to your unique situation. मैंने एज के हिसाब से दिया, आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट के हिसाब से दिया, आपकी लायबिलिटीज के हिसाब से दिया. So again, you can modify the same. I've given you the basic template. You are not supposed to follow it blank, point blank. You can modify it as per your need. The percentage can vary. मैंने उसमें 60-40 debt और equity भी दिया था. In the young age, you don't need to put in debt also in that regard, क्योंकि आपका debt is taken care of by the PPF part only.
PPF और
हाँ, you don't need to. मैंने उसमें दिया था, but then again that is an option. मैंने उसमें जानबूझ के लिखा है. I mentioned it over there also at that time. So you need to take care of that part also. It is a personal choice. You can always tweak the things as per your need. I've given you the basic template. मैं हमेशा कस्टमाइज तो करके नहीं ना दे सकता वैसे भी, because I don't know your situation. I know mine, so I can tell mine part or mine suggested way, the way I do it. So that is the way we should actually look at this scenario.
Sir, at this point क्या although ये म्यूचुअल फंड से थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड है कि डेट फंड्स कितने सेफ हैं, क्योंकि डेट फंड्स को लेकर के हमेशा फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर में एक अनसर्टिनिटी सी, एक नेगेटिव सी हमेशा एक हवा रहती है कि डेट फंड्स आर नॉट, उसमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, उसमें ये है.
वो अप्रैल 2020 के बाद ही आई है, जब से फ्रैंकलिन का हुआ कांड. उससे पहले कभी भी डेट,
उसके बाद से सर,
जब उससे पहले कभी भी डेट फंड में इनसिक्योरिटी नहीं थी इस चीज की. बट देन ठीक है, उनको नहीं लगी वो फिजिबिलिटी की था, बिकॉज उनकी इक्विटी रिटर्न्स बहुत मैसिव है कई फंड्स की, फ्रैंकलिन की. सो नहीं उनको लगा पोर्टफोलियो हैंडल करने खर्चे ज्यादा होंगे, प्रॉब्ली रिटर्न्स जेब से जाती होंगी. So they didn't want to continue it. So maybe that might be the reason. असली reasons तो टेबल पे नहीं आते हैं ना. कई बार we get only the reasons which are disclosed in the public. They might not be the actual reason sometimes. But yes, still safety wise सुप्रीम कोर्ट बैठी है कि नहीं, सेबी बैठा कि नहीं, इन्वेस्टर्स का पैसा डूबा तो नहीं, rather with interest देना पड़ेगा फ्रैंकलिन वालों को. That is fine. So no issues on that. जब तक वॉचडॉग बैठा ना इनके ऊपर, पैसे ऐसे डूबते नहीं है. रिस्क फैक्टर बोलना जरूरी है, बिकॉज इट इज मार्केट डिपेंडेंट. बट द थिंग इज, यू एक्सपेक्ट दैट एवरी डे योर फंड वैल्यू इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज, व्हिच इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. ऊपर नीचे वो जाएगा ही जाएगा. यू हैव टू लुक एट 1 year, 3 year, 5 year figure of returns, what exactly it is giving. So any more queries?
Sir, I have a thing to ask actually.
Yes, Dr. Rajan.
Sir, actually, as I stay in Mauritius and I stay in India as well, so how should I, divide my investments? Because I have put some corpus in fixed deposits in India, and I have bought 1 or 2 pieces of land. But then at this point of time, I'm still at a rented cabinet, because I find that the location looks to be good, and कोई भी loan नहीं है मेरे ऊपर. So I'm a bit confused, sir, at the moment, that whether I should, how should I divide my investment?
एनआरआईज को तो बहुत लुक्रेटिव ऑफर मिलते हैं ना, अब इंडिया वालों के लिए तो एनआरआई है ना, तो वो वही द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट रियल एस्टेट इज इट इन द ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर और द अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर?
मतलब सर
मतलब ब्रांडेड है कि नॉन ब्रांडेड है आपका प्लॉट जो है या जो भी लैंड है आपकी?
मैं सर नहीं समझा सर, ब्रांडेड
like a Omex, like a Ambera, like a any housing society, like there are so many.
हाँ सर, मतलब मॉर्सल में होती है सर, मॉर्सल में मतलब प्लॉट्स का लॉट निकलता था सर, तो सर उसमें लिया था मैंने लॉट।
Over there or over here?
नहीं सर, मॉरिशस में लिया था।
You said in land and FDs in India, you said, or in Mauritius?
एफडी करी थी इंडिया में और लैंड करी है मॉरिशस में।
That you told about that in the group, जो आपने उस अमाउंट पे करी थी, fixed, हाँ उस पे करी थी आपने।
हाँ
Remember that fluctuation.
जी सर।
So the thing is, there are many customized options available. Even being a NRI, also you can invest in mutual funds also, sync mutual funds. So you can even invest in mutual funds.
ओके सर, एक चीज थी सर, म्यूचुअल फंड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 7 to 8 years or 10 years they give you a return of let's say an average of 10%. उस पे सर टैक्स भी कटता है?
Tax LTCG तो है ही बहुत कम है, 10% above 1 lakh है, तो why are we worried? So do watch those 15 videos, बहुत सारे आपके doubts निकल।
और सर मोतीलाल ओसवाल और मतलब इन ग्रुप्स के थ्रू जाना बेहतर है सर, rather thriving on your own? क्या सर?
Sorry. Okay, okay. What I said, बहुत सारे आपके notions remove हो जाएंगे once you watch those 15 short videos on mutual funds. That will be there on 30th June, every 1 hour. Do watch all of them and then get back to me if you have any doubt still remaining out of them.
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
Any more queries or we call it a day?
सर ये अवेलेबल होगी रिकॉर्डिंग, क्योंकि एक्चुअली में बीच में नेट कनेक्टिविटी का इशू बहुत रहा है आज।
आएगी, सारे आएंगे, अभी नहीं आएगी, महीने बाद आएगी
सर फेसबुक पे भी नहीं होगा ये अभी?
नहीं, ये फेसबुक पे दूसरे वीडियो में आ रहा है, दूसरे पेज पे आ रहा है, जो हिडन है अभी, जो पब्लिश नहीं हुआ उस पेज पे जाता है। ग्रुप में नहीं ना जा सकता, ग्रुप की सेटिंग चेंज कर दी जूम ने, दैट इज द रीजन पेज पे करना पड़ता है। So any more queries or we call it a day? Okay then guys.
I think we'll call it a night, not a day.
Sorry?
I think we should call it a night, not a day.
Call it a night, yes. So guys, see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow for the last session of this slot. See you at 7 o'clock for the KPI session in the morning, and do post your feedback in the WhatsApp group wherever you are to this concluding session. Only 4 people, I told that day only 4 people asked me for the link, and out of that only 1 joined, Dr. Sandeep Gaikwad. The rest forgot that there is a 4th session today. Never mind, they'll have to wait for 1 month now for the session to be on YouTube. So yes, okay guys, take care, bye bye, see you tomorrow, and see you doubly tomorrow on 30th June, and take care and do post your feedback please. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.